Why Unsafe Moon? Unsafe Moon aims to break down the technical barrier presented in crypto today with a user-friendly and easy-to-use platform. Unsafe Moon is working to open the floodgates to millions of aspiring cryptopreneurs by offering a simple-to-use toolkit to build the project of their dreams. Hashtag the moon is haunted.
Kick your summer off in style with the brand that's reinventing men's basics, Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is so much more than just underwear. Their full collection includes t-shirts, polos, button-ups, shorts, pants, swims, and so much more. With light and breathable fabric technology, Mack Weldon keeps you cool and comfortable all summer. From work to working out, happy hour to playing with your kids, Mack Weldon has men's essentials for whatever your day includes. Matter of fact, when I hop about the pool to chase down the ice cream truck, I know Mack Weldon swims, Vesper polos, Maverick Tech chino short, and radius short will have me doing it in style. Dive into Mack Weldon's swim line with trunk and board short options that are quick to dry and have 4-way stretch fabric. When you're not in the pool, Mack Weldon's new Maverick Tech chino short and radius short are the perfect additions to your summer wardrobe. Mack Weldon also has a free loyalty program called Weldon Blue with free shipping for life. For 20% off your first order, visit MackWeldon.com/peasants and enter promo code peasants. That's PEASANTS. That's MackWeldon.com/peasants, promo code peasants for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode, which one is it? 902. Wow, 902. What is wrong with us? How can we do 902 episodes,
What
Billy?
is wrong with us?
I don't know. And I realized that for some reason, like, our internal volume isn't that good, so I'm just kind of... There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Everything sounds better now.
Yeah.
To me, at least. I don't know. The audience at home's probably enjoying every moment of this.
It was only on our end. It's like our own monitor. So, quick announcement, by the way. Man, I've got so much footage for our monthly vlog that we're going to post for all you $10 plus patrons. So, be on the lookout. I'll probably have it up sometime next week. I went to downtown Seattle. I did some stuff down there by myself. I went to a baseball game with Joe, but I got really drunk, so I don't know how much I got some.
You got some?
I got drunk and forgot I was filming and was like, oh, whatever, fuck it, I'm drunk. And then today I watched Billy and his buddy crack some packs.
We cracked Magic Card packs.
At the local tabletop gaming restaurant / store / bar.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty epic, you guys. Pretty epic.
Yeah, because so your friend bought like one of those big like things full of packs of cards.
He bought a box. Yeah, he bought a box of cards. It was an entire booster box, set booster box of cards. And cracked them all open in front of us.
And then I watched them play, and I had no clue whatsoever what was going on. But I was like, yeah, that was a good move. Just did right there. Ah.
Ben was the coach.
And I have still, this is crazy, still completely sober. This is day 3.
You didn't have anything but water to drink today.
I normally drink when I go out to a place that serves alcohol. I normally drink.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
And they have mead there, too.
I know, and I love mead, and I wanted to get some so bad, but I was like, nope. I'm just taking a break.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I need to take a break. Need to lose a little more weight. I gained back some of the weight I lost a few months ago. So that's part of it. And plus I had to drive. I never drink and drive, though. I never do that.
Yeah.
So that's
Did you tell the audience about the cool yak bone dice that we bought?
I took a little video of it. Did you buy it?
No.
Oh, okay.
What were they, like $300 or $200?
Almost $400. It was like the
yeah.
high 300 range.
Yeah.
Dice, like a set of
D&D dice.
D&D dice made out of the bone or the horns of an elk. Or is it the bones?
Is it yak horn?
Yak horns.
Yak horns.
Not elks.
Yeah. Yak horns.
Yeah, like a weird Chinese cow.
Yeah.
That was the most expensive set of dice in the case, too.
Yeah, I'm gonna let somebody, you guys, if you want to PayPal me directly, I'll buy them, and I'll let you roll them.
Yeah.
I didn't actually buy the yak dice. I lied.
Roll them. Yeah, everyone give us a like. I did a stream yesterday where I made fun of Nick Fuentes getting banned from Twitter, and I got raided.
Oh, no.
I don't know what, they must be all in like a Discord server or something, and anytime there's a critical video of Nick, they just all attack. And they all came in and downvoted the fuck out of the video, and I was like, I don't care, I'll downvote it myself, and I downvoted my own video.
Got him. How many people are here right now have upvoted this video?
62.
I need more than that.
Yeah.
Let's get the upvote going, guys.
Yeah, because we're about to talk about Nick later, and they're going to come in and do it.
No.
So, yeah.
No.
Oh, look, here's the problem, because I already see one of you in the chat. You guys all say the same shit. Is there anyone amongst you that's clever that has originality?
No.
Because you all just kind of spam the same phrases, and I feel like you just have no creativity.
If they were clever, they wouldn't follow Nick Fuentes.
They do. What do they call Baked Alaska besides an inmate? Yoba? They were streaming that. I'm like, I don't know. He's going to prison. And then they're doing griper. And then they were doing debate Nick, and I'm like, I've agreed to that so many times. He had me blocked. But then I kept being like, oh, let me ask him on Twitter right now if I can debate. Oh, wait.
He doesn't have a Twitter anymore, right?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
Poor Nick. All Nick ever did was be the most insufferable prick.
Oh, dude, they got so triggered because I played this old video. One of Nick's first internet videos he ever did when he was, I think, still in high school. And he said a whole bunch of stuff that was totally the opposite of what his beliefs are now. He even said, like, why is the Republican Party focusing on old white guys now when we got some Hispanics and some blacks that they could choose to run for office? I'm like,
You better not share that. That was baby Nick. He didn't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what
didn't
It's
know.
old. It's old.
He did not
it's
know.
Like, yeah, you're just showing your age if you think 4 years is old. Like, I mean, I take 4 years to return a phone call at this age.
Nick Fuentes and Baked Alaska both found an area of the internet that nobody wanted to be in.
Right.
And they were so miserable, insufferable, and lonely. They peckerheaded their way into that basically a penalty box. But they turned it into their little party zone. They're like, look, guys, we can be here all alone. We can say whatever we want, and all you other losers can follow us.
Yeah, but Nick is about to be Baked is about to be in a literal penalty box.
Oops.
Nick, I'm still holding out for it because I want to know what he said to his followers before they went into the Capitol that day, because there were people in there holding America First flags.
Do you think Nick had a Lego Capitol building built in his basement?
You mean his grandma's basement?
Yeah, grandma's basement made of Legos and had some. Or maybe he had a nativity scene Capitol building.
A Lego nativity scene Capitol building.
And this is where baby Jesus is going to come in and fight baby Hitler.
Yeah, and then I was like, hey, I'll have a debate in person with Nick Fuentes. He just needs to fly to it. Oh, wait.
Oops.
He can't fly.
Man.
He's banned. He's banned from flying. He's not a sweet boy.
That's how depressing our government is. They will ban somebody just for making a ruckus on an airplane for not putting their mask on after being repeatedly asked to? Oh.
Last night I watched a video that we're gonna watch again tonight for the people who weren't there to see it. It's Nick Fuentes. I can't believe he didn't look into it beforehand. But it's Nick Fuentes, like, doing a live reaction to getting his 23andMe results. And it is hilarious. I also watched another one that we won't watch because he plays a bunch of copyrighted music when he's doing it. But it's him doing a political compass test, and he ends up turning out on the left side after he answers all the questions. There were a bunch of questions where I would have answered the same, but his reasoning for doing it is totally different. Like, oh yeah, Jesus is the like one is like the government should be the ultimate authority. He's like, nope, Jesus is. And it's like, okay, I would have answered that question the exact same way.
Jesus is. Wow.
So, everyone give us a like. Got a few quick announcements. DP summer shirt sale still going on. Here's the new shirt that we got. A bunch of people have already gotten it. You should get one too. The link is in the description for both this shirt directly, or you can go to our store. All these classic shirts and more on sale, 25% off. All you have to do is enter in the code DPSummer21. DPSummer21 at checkout for 25% off. It's really simple. A bunch of people have done it. Don't be left out. But the sale is a summer sale. It will be going on until September. So save up your money if you don't have quite the money to get the shirt yet. They will be available. And there's new shirts coming down the line too. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, also check out our Patreon. If you guys can help us get our Patreon up a little bit more. We've got 2 private shows coming up. We've got a lot of new perks available for you. And there's some new stuff coming up, actually, for next month. We're going to do a thing where Billy does live reactions to classic DP episodes. I think he's going to start with the very first DP episode. Maybe he'll do No BS pod. The first ever episode wasn't a DP episode. It was the No BS podcast. Episode 1.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen any of this stuff.
I mean, the first, 50 to 100 episodes have no video. It's all, still images and audio only.
Luckily, I'll have my video on the screen so people can pay attention to me.
Yeah. So, on with the show. We need to get into the news. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. We are not showing the fight, guys. We're not even watching the fight. We're not going to talk about the fight. Normally, we pretend like we're going to watch the fight and it gets us a bunch of views, but we're not doing that tonight. Just doing the regular show. One thing we do have going on, though, is that we have a goal. We're at 39% of it right now. We need to meet this goal so that we can come back a week from today and do the bonus show goal that we've met every week for 3 years now.
Yeah, don't you guys want to see our boner show?
Oh, God. They do.
Sickos.
Our boner show.
Our authoritarian left show.
Here it is, everyone. DP Action News. Let's get into it.
He called me, sir. It got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
I do love it, Alex. I love it so much. I can't even handle it.
I love it.
I'm loving it, Alex Jones. All right. What do we got here? We've got... Oh, my God. So, where is it?
We got good stuff coming up, guys.
We do. I need...
I need people to like it up over 1,000, guys.
Over 1,000?
Finger force that like button, please.
That sounds problematic, Billy.
I am problematic.
Choo-choo for the tip train.
Whoa, Coop Car.
All right, Coop Car getting us to 48.5%. Thank you, Coop.
Give me one moment here. I'm going to download something. Just do your normal thing, Billy.
I'm going to do my normal thing. On my way here, I left the carriage store. Ben left a little early to get the show ready.
Yeah.
And I stayed, and I left with ample time to come to the show. And I went to get gas, and I was going to buy some water because I figured I should get some gasoline. My tank was kind of low. Went to buy some water. I get to the AM PM gas station, and the gas station was... The attendant was back in 5 minutes, probably taking a huge dump. So I couldn't get my water there. I fill my gas tank up. I go across the street. I go in to the other gas station. I go to get water there. I get my waters. I get my tea. There's this asshole in a suit buying apple cider, alcoholic apple cider.
Was he running for mayor by any chance?
He may have been Kane in a suit because some people just get these red apple ciders and like I think he had a 211 or something too. It was just like garbage alcohol. Like he was going to drink the 2 apple ciders first for pleasure, and then the whatever the malt liquor he had, he was going to drink that for effectiveness afterwards. And then
I see people make... I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah.
I see people in the chat making suggestions about which classic episodes to rewatch. We're actually going to let the patrons vote on that stuff.
Yeah, we're going to kick it off with either the No BS or the episode 1 first. And then we're going to open up voting to see what we go to next.
Yes.
And then this fucking guy, he gets in line right before I do. And he buys scratch tickets and his stupid beers using scratch tickets and loose change. And I'm sitting here like I had ample time to get here before 6 p.m. and I cut it close. But I look like I got here just before 6. We went live 6:10. But goddamn, dude, this son bitch was sitting there counting coins.
God damn it,
cashing in
Kane!
scratch tickets to buy more scratch tickets and buy goddamn apple cider and malt liquor.
So
in a suit.
So tonight, Conor McGregor has the rubber match, the match 3 out of 3 against an opponent that he has 1 win and 1 loss against so far. And Jake Paul decided to commission a $100,000 necklace of Conor McGregor being knocked out. Here's a little video about that.
Hey, what's up, guys? So Jake Paul.
Actually, this wasn't what I wanted. God damn it.
Oof. Yeah, this...
I had an actual video of him doing it. Where the fuck
Jake
is
Paul?
it? Yeah.
Like talking about it? Or
Yes.
If you don't have that, I can send you the link. I think I have a link
Okay,
to
please
it.
send it to me. I thought I
It'll
downloaded it earlier, but I can't find it.
1 second. Copy link. Send.
But yeah, this is what he had made into the necklace.
Yeah. All right, it's a Twitter link to the video.
Okay, I'll grab it. Here.
So this is,
that's it. That's what I wanted.
This is
I had it earlier.
McGregor took a nap after his match.
He got GTS'd.
Did he go to sleep or like was it just got knocked out?
Yeah, I mean not that. Yeah.
Like if somebody lifted him up and then kneed him in the face on his way down,
that would be
nuts.
hilarious. You know, there's been a few times where in MMA, very few times, and I don't even think at the top level, a few MMA fighters used like camel clutches and shit to win a match. I mean, you could win if you locked one of those in just by luck. Here it is.
All right, we got my new $100,000 NyQuil McGregor, Sleepy McGregor chain.
NyQuil McGregor.
Made by Benny the Jeweler. Thank you.
We got over here 1 carriers each with a hand-painted McGregor, Sleepy McGregor enamel on it.
Hey, McGregor, you better win tonight, otherwise your career is over. And if you lose, that $50 million bet I gave you won't be on the table anymore. So don't choke like you normally do.
I mean, $50 million is kind of chump change to Conor McGregor because
is it
all that money he made from the Mayweather fight plus all the other fighting?
How much do you think he made on Mayweather?
He made more money from that fight alone than everything he had done previous to that combined. Let's see.
Because Mayweather made quite a bit, but I thought Conor
plus
made quite
he won,
a bit less.
and he was the promoter, so he made way more money. He's worth like around $130 million.
McGregor is?
Yeah.
So this is almost a quarter, over a third of his earnings.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Jake Paul, I mean, he doesn't need it, and Conor McGregor's the kind of guy that wouldn't accept that kind of shit just to be a clown for Jake Paul.
Well, I mean, at some point, people are going to be like, "You're ducking Jake Paul, right?"
I mean, maybe. I mean, there's other people who have probably called him out that he's ignored, and because they're beneath him. In a boxing match, though, I guess size and youth could be a factor.
Sleepy McGregor, don't go night-night. NyQuil McGregor.
Is he drunk?
Bitch.
I don't think he's drunk. He's just talking shit, right?
Yeah.
Do you think McGregor's good at saving money? Think he's got a lot saved up? Don't you think $50 million would be enough for him to come out? It's a bet too. Is it? He bets $50 million to Conor McGregor that he could knock him out in a boxing match. Is that what the $50 million bet is?
I don't even know.
Man, he's got Conor McGregor knocked out, hanging off of his necklace. Like, this is... If Conor McGregor does lose tonight, like, will Jake even want to fight him at that point? Like, he probably would still fight him, but he's just saying he's not going to bet him $50 million. He's not going to put a $50 million bet that'll beat his ass if he loses tonight. This is, I don't know, dude. Jake is kind of doing everything right with his career. He's setting himself up against easy opponents, and people want to see him get knocked out so much that they're willing to pay every time. I wonder how long until his next boxing event is.
I don't know if there is a... No, I don't think there is an article on this that we had. Yeah, See, these clowns just have to pull these dumb publicity stunts.
I can't wait till DP Idol 3. Search Matthew Krecklau for original music
Matthew Krecklau.
and covers weekly, plus podcast and music content.
Matthew Krecklau? Get it, Matthew Krecklau. Get it. Yeah. If you guys, thank you for the super chat dono. If you use the Streamlabs dono, it goes towards tonight's goal, BTW. We're itching to hit that goal. Literal itching.
It's like getting there.
Hive style
48%.
We're itching. But thank you, Matt.
I did want to take a look at this, though. Did you see this?
White nationalists prep for physical altercation with security at Dallas CPAC conference. Groyper guru and Charlottesville celeb Nick Fuentes looks to lead white nationalist invasion at CPAC gathering. Dallas white nationalist and Unite the Right attendee Nicholas Fuentes, de facto leader of the ultra-far-right Groyper movement, has announced that he plans to attending a conservative political action conference gathering this weekend in Dallas, although he has not been welcomed at previous CPAC events. A years-long feud between Fuentes and CPAC organizers appeared to escalate on Wednesday after Fuentes' declaration, "I'm going to CPAC in Dallas on Saturday," he tweeted to his loyal Groyper army.
How did he get there?
Drove. Many of who responded with excitement, "Well, most likely I'll be getting physically removed from CPAC in Dallas on Saturday, but you can come watch if you want," he added. "I'll be there, can't wait," one follower responded to Fuentes' tweet. Another wrote, "Groyper swarming, coming." In other online forums reviewed by Salon, many of Fuentes' followers posted plans to attend CPAC and partake in a white boy summer meetup in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Since 2019, Fuentes has made a point of showing up at CPAC gatherings, likely to create friction and push the bounds of acceptable rhetoric to the American Conservative Union's events, at times making participants and organizers distinctly uncomfortable. Oh, poor uncomfortables. Poor uncomfortables.
Yeah, they don't want him. I mean, they don't want to be associated with him.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, this is the same conference that they essentially hired Milo on to speak at and then got rid of him when the whole drama happened with him.
Yeah.
So if they're not going to take in Milo, if there's a group of people wanting...
You got a little interview there?
Yeah, I'm going to grab it really quick
Little
here.
interview. This year will apparently be no different at CPAC gatherings both last year and this year. Fuentes has staged his own competing event dubbed the American First Political Action Conference.
Yeah.
APAC, designed to make the more mainstream conservatives of CPAC appear to be rhinos or cucks. During the CPAC convention in Florida earlier in 2021, Fuentes attempted to enter the event along with a group of 25 or so fellow white nationalists. They were denied entry. White nationalist Nick Fuentes attempted to get into CPAC this afternoon, but a CPAC organizer wasn't pleased. Oh, that's a cool guy right there, Nick Fuentes. This is like Risky Business. Is that the one where Tom Cruise dressed up like a...
I thought Risky Business was... Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
His little suit.
Yeah, wasn't he like a pimp, basically?
Yeah, Nick is a little pimp for the
For the
far
Cowboys?
right. The far right.
Let's see what video footage we have here. Let's do this video first. So this is when they tried to get in.
Take the mask.
Yeah. Take off their masks. I like how Nick is holding a mask in his hand. He's acting like he's anti-mask. Oh, you saw that mask on the ground, Nick. You're going to pick it back up and use it next time you got to go into the frickin' Waffle House, you turd.
Strip club, fellas. I'm sorry. Only warning you get if you do not leave the property now, Orange County will be asked to escort you off truck.
Did you take the mask off?
Police
In cuffs.
All right. We made our point. We're good. CPAC sucks.
So why do you so desperately want to get in then?
Yeah, this is your idol, guys. His we made our point. CPAC sucks.
It's gay.
It's gay. That's our point. Yeah, good one.
We made our point. Masks don't work. CPAC is gay. They're not conservative. They cancel everybody. I'm canceled. Everybody here is canceled. That's okay. We're going to APAC. Is everybody going to APAC?
Look at these dweebs.
Man.
Seriously. You're going to ass crack? That was a good one. Who said that?
Quality.
I want to hear that. He's like, who's going to ass pack, everybody? And then someone's like, you're going to ass
That
crack?
was Ben Shapiro.
That would be
He's hiding
hilarious.
behind a pillar. You're going to ass crack? Damn. Could you imagine after that big old tirade where you just brag about you making your point and the masks don't work and CPAC is gay and they're like, you're going to ass crack? Shut them down right there.
Yeah, they were like,
without trying.
Hey, you just littered. You can't litter. Hey, okay, he littered. You just littered. He's a litterer. He littered.
Oh my God. Sex work is real work.
This is like just they're like role players.
We should legalize prostitution just so these guys can get a little. And
They don't want it.
No, they want it. They just can't get it. If it was legalized, they'd sit at home all day thinking of other ways to live their life because they got laid once. All these guys are uppity little weirdos. I think. We're real patriots.
Here's the interview.
Let's do it.
So, you were kicked out of CPAC, right?
I wasn't kicked out.
Or you were disinvited? There was some kind of drama on Twitter.
I don't
Just
think
tell
there's
me
any
everything.
drama. There's no drama. Like I said, I came
Is he
out
answering
here.
like Onision was answering all your questions?
Exactly. There was no drama.
I came out here to CPAC last year, had a great time. You know, I met my hero, Ben Shapiro. I met my mentor and friend, Cassie Dillon. And And so I just came out again this year, and there's no drama. Just hanging around.
What was the stuff about Jared Holt?
I just ran into Jared Holt a moment ago. Do you guys know Jared Holt?
I'm aware of this.
Yeah.
I know that there was some kind of something, but fill me in.
I've been trying to meet him for a long time. He's been giving me a real hard time. He writes for Right Wing Watch, and so his job is basically to write hit pieces about me and try and get me deplatformed. So I never met him before. I just met him a moment ago, and it was earlier this week he got me kicked off Streamlabs. So I wasn't happy about that.
What do you think of that kind of deplatforming strategy that's used?
Well, it is effective. I think the left is catching on that it is quite effective. Unfortunately, the legality of it is questionable in the first place, because you look at the Constitution, you look at the FCC regulations, you look at, I think it's Section 230 or Section 234, which was passed in combination with the Media Fairness Act in the mid-90s.
Section 234 tells me they can't take away my Streamlabs. I need those hate donos. They can say Cookie Monster, 6 million every time.
1990s and said that, look, these social media platforms, to be protected, they have to be unbiased platforms where you can have free political expression. So the legality is questionable, and beyond that, I think it's simply wrong. The very people that are complaining about our democracy being taken away are the ones that are trying to shut down free expression. If you can't have dissident speech, and look, I go on my show, I don't preach violence, I'm half Mexican, I'm 2% black, I don't preach hate against, anybody, but they want to shut that down because it's legitimate dissent.
Okay, 2% anything, you shouldn't even, don't even mention it.
I'm a 2%er.
Right.
I can pronounce the N in the N-word.
Against the status.
You can, no, just the
nah, I can say nah.
The very beginning of the letter N. You can't even say it that long. It's like that much.
Well, so I think it's sort of...
How do you explain what your ideology is? I feel like I've heard this mixed in different ways. I feel like I've heard the term white nationalist applied to you, but I'm not sure I've heard you call yourself that.
Yeah, Jared Holt.
So what are you?
Well, I've been called that. I'm not a white nationalist. I've said that repeatedly.
I'm
at best,
white
I guess you'd call me a
nationalist.
white majoritarian. I think even that's sort of not really applicable.
What does that mean? I'm not sure.
I think it's important that the government should maintain a white majority in the country. I think probably most of the country would agree with that. But I would say I'm a paleo-conservative. I just believe that we should strive to have traditions in the country. We should try to stabilize the country economically, technologically. We're just moving way too fast.
Look, we should have traditions in a country is all I'm saying. And traditionally, this country was very, very white.
So I would say I'm a paleo-conservative.
What's the point of being at CPAC?
CPAC, well, it's fun. I have a lot of friends here. I have a lot of connections in D.C., so I try to make it a point to come out here once or twice a year just to catch up and network a little bit. So,
any particular plans?
Not really. No, I actually woke up today. I probably crawled out of bed at like 10 a.m. and just said, hey, what's up? What are you doing? So nothing in particular.
I'm a keto conservative. I beef with you cheesy liberals, but I make no bread.
Yeah, I love a keto. Keto is paleo adjacent.
But I think paleo is just like it's not low carb, right? Paleo is just no additives.
Paleo is like what hunter-gatherers would eat.
Yeah.
So going back to the roots of early humans, what someone would normally eat from hunting and gathering. So normally you're eating like vegetation, nuts, berries, that kind of stuff. Meat,
but not
only,
processed, right?
But meat only when you could catch it, which means you didn't eat meat that often. Like, you know what I mean? Like trapping and like hunting down meat. First you had to find it, and then next you had to catch it, which was not easy. And that's why like hunter-gatherer, like even when Europeans first came to America and there was a bunch of Native Americans, most of them were living hunter-gatherer lifestyles. Farming was not common. So like all of those people were like super fit and strong.
Followers' sexual partners, they would abandon him in an instant. Also, hello sweet boys.
Hello, Eduardo.
Hello, Eduardo.
I think not all of the followers would abandon him because a few of the followers, I think, aspire to have Nick as a sexual partner. So they'd still be with him while they were banging him, probably, right? Never trust a man in tan pants. What about khaki? Do you count khaki as tan? You can't trust a man in khakis?
Is khaki tan?
I don't know.
We got to watch a little bit of this. Maybe we won't get through all of it, but I want to show you his first show. Look, he's got a little bobblehead doll. Now, I will say, this is a little foreshadowing because the bobblehead doll is doing a Nazi salute, right?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Hello, everybody. I am Nicholas J. Fuentes. You're watching the Nicholas J. Fuentes Show.
He looks
Since
more
this
like
is our first
Ben
episode,
Shapiro
I thought
here.
I'd offer a brief introduction.
I'm a baby
I'm
Ben
a
Shapiro
libertarian with a
knockoff.
small L, a Republican, and a constitutionalist. I believe in individualism, American exceptionalism, and small government. Now, our first topic for our first episode is the 2016 presidential election. Now, this election has been crazy, literally crazy. We have Lindsey Graham destroying his cell phone with a golf club. We have Donald
Worst
Trump telling
pinata
us we're going
ever.
to get tired of winning. We have Ben Carson, Carly Fiorina, Bernie Sanders. Who could have seen this one coming? Now, we're going to break down each candidate. We're going to start with the Republicans and then follow up with the Democrats and have a panel.
I love when he talks about the lack of diversity in the Republican
discussion
Party.
following my introduction.
I love it.
Now, we're going to start with Ben Carson. Now, he's at 29% in the latest NBC poll. Now, Ben Carson's platform is not what's important about Ben Carson. What's important about Ben Carson is that he's an outsider. He has no experience, and yet he's the GOP frontrunner. He's a neurosurgeon that says that being gay is a choice. He said that evolution isn't real. He's a creationist, and he's at 29%. This is important because he's breaking the monopoly not just of the Republican establishment, but of the political correctness police. And this is huge. This is a revolution. Now, having said that, his platform is also important in that it barely exists. The only thing that he's offered up is a tax plan, a 10% tithing program, which resembles the Old Testament.
Is it the $9.99
Now, it's something that's new
program?
and fresh for conservatives. They like the Tea Party face. They like the Tea Party ideas. But it's something that people have challenged on legitimacy.
That was Herman Cain that did the 999 plan.
Yeah, but wasn't the $9.99 just $9.99 out of every $100 spent?
No,
Wasn't that a 10% thing?
No, it was like a 9% sales tax, a 9% corporate tax, and a 9% income tax.
Oh,
was
okay.
what it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a 10%. For some reason, I thought that $9.99 was just a 10%.
Now,
basic
Ben
tax.
Carson and Herman Cain, not the same guy, Billy.
I know, but
Okay,
I thought it
just
was the
making
same.
sure.
I thought it was the same proposition.
Can he win the nomination?
R.I.P. Herman.
And will he win the general? Number two, we have Donald Trump. Now, everyone's been talking about the Trump phenomenon, and it is important and historic. What you have to consider about Donald Trump is that he's not an ideologue. He is an opportunist. He's not a conservative, and it doesn't matter what he is, because all he wants is power. Now, it's clear that he's not a conservative. If you look at any history of him on the issues, he's been pro-abortion, he's been anti-property rights, he's pro-protectionism.
This Nick could debate current Nick.
In this election, his immigration policy resembles Patrick Starr's.
Maybe we should have that made where it's like one screen with this Nick and one screen with current Nick and have them fight each other. That'd
I
be
would
cute.
love that.
That'd be cute.
The current Nick simps hate this video.
The immigrants and push them somewhere else. It's basically ridiculous. Now, Donald Trump is doing so well because he appeals to the Republicans, not in fighting the Democrats, but in fighting the establishment. We haven't fought the Democrats since 2012, since Mitt Romney ran against Barack Obama. Since then, the Republicans have not been fighting the Democrats, but other Republicans, rhinos, Republicans in name only. And Donald Trump has served a very important function in breaking the monopoly of John Boehner, of Paul Ryan, of Reince Priebus, and having people of, by, and for the people they were intended to represent. Now, having said that, Donald Trump has served his function. His time is over. It's time for serious candidates. Let the adults talk, Donald. We don't need the exclamatory phrases, the borderline racist remarks. Now,
Damn.
Don't you know this video is old and irrelevant?
Yeah, that's what they kept saying last night.
This video's old. Nick's grown so much in 5 years.
It's almost like Nick Fuentes is a fucking grifter that just changes his views based on what he thinks will get him ahead. It's almost like that.
Now we need real candidates. Now, having said that, coming in third is Marco Rubio. Now, he is also
Little
not
Nick
a
is
real
wearing the
conservative.
same
Sure, he
suit in
talks
both
a
videos
good
and
game, and he's
bought
a
on
house.
sale at Ross for his bar mitzvah.
Nick didn't have a bar mitzvah, right?
Of course he did.
Oh, that's Ben I'm confused. Don't Catholics have, what do they call them? Rumspringers?
No, that's Amish. Catholics have confirmation. But most religions have like a coming of age ritual, and yeah. So Catholics have confirmation when you're in like 7th or 8th grade. You become like technically an adult, and you pick a new name, like a confirmation name. That's not legal at all. They like give you like a certificate, with it as like part of your name, which is dumb. So
old favorite and everybody's in a lot of conservatives' houses. But if you break down his policies, if you break down his platform, he really isn't a real conservative. Take his tax plan, for example. Now, in this election, for the first time in history, 3 Republicans are offering a flat tax program. Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, and Ben Carson. Marco Rubio, a progressive tax. Now, he is cutting tax rates. His top marginal tax rate in his tax plan would be 35%, down from 39.6%. That's a modest decrease. It's not something that a lot of people have hoped for. But if you break down the actual tax plan, he's lowered the threshold to pay those lower tax rates. So where previously you had to make $400,000 to pay.
I love when he was like, all right, we're done with Trump and these borderline racist remarks.
Pay 35%. Now you only have to make $75,000. This amounts to a huge tax increase on millions of Americans. Not exactly conservative. Not only that, but on the face of it, his slogan for his tax plan is unapologetically pro-family and pro-growth. I'm sorry, how is a tax plan supposed to be pro-family? A conservative believes the government should be out of society, should have less functions because it's incompetent, because it has unintended consequences. So for a tax plan to re-engineer the entire family, for it to be an experiment for social engineering, is not conservative at all. It's statist. That's why Marco Rubio's not a real conservative.
Ooh.
Now, in addition to that, he's a liar. He's railed against Hillary Clinton for about 4 years about Benghazi, about the email scandal. But look at what Marco Rubio's been saying. In the last debate, when asked about his finances, his poor credit history, he shrugged it off. He said that that's an example of the double standard of the media. Not true at all. Very valid points. Marco Rubio does not have a sound credit history. His finances have been a mess. His voting record...
Man, this Nick... actually cared about what was going on with the parties.
Yeah.
Right? Put time and effort into it. Realized nobody cared, and now he just picks his nose and spits out memes and racism.
Exactly.
Maybe it's not fair. Maybe we don't watch his show 9 hours. We just get the right wing watch where the guy cuts it down to like the 24 minutes of him just memeing and being a miserable prick. Maybe he still does this to those kiddos, or maybe he just barks off donos and says things about Hitler wasn't, all wrong.
It is abysmal. He has no experience, and he has a lot of charisma. This resembles Barack Obama, not Reagan. Coming in at 4th with 10% is Ted Cruz. Now, Ted Cruz is the real deal. If Marco Rubio wasn't a liar, if he was a real conservative, then you would get Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is a very impressive person.
Very impressive person. When all of Texas was shut down, the infrastructure totally depleted. He went to Mexico. That's a real American. A real American leaves America when times are tough.
To Harvard, he went to Princeton. He was a debating champion at both. He's the youngest Solicitor General in the history of the United States, and argued before the Supreme Court 9 times. This is more than any lawyer currently serving in Texas, and more than any member of Congress. Now, Ted Cruz has been fighting for the Constitution his entire life. When he was 13, he was studying Bastiat, Hayek, Mises. This is a real grassroots conservative. Despite the fact that he's in the Senate, that he's technically not an outsider because he's in D.C., he's been fighting against his own party as well as the Democrats for as long as he's been in the Senate. Now, I would say he resembles a Rand Paul, conservative, for individual rights, for economic liberty, but with a stronger foreign policy. And this is important because a lot of people are very wary to jump on the Rand Paul bandwagon because he's so weak on foreign policy. So Ted Cruz is one to watch. Coming in at
Ted
5th,
Cruz. Let's watch Ted Cruz, because Trump is going to say some horrible things about Ted Cruz's wife. like some miserable, horrible shit about Ted Cruz's wife, and then Ted Cruz is gonna slurp Daddy Trump's dang, just like Nicholas J. Fuentes ended up doing. What do you mean?
With 8%.
Listen to this is where he makes a statement where he's like, "Why do we need another old white guy?"
What more to say than why? How out of touch is the Republican establishment and the Republican Party that a Bush would be the favorite for 2016? If you've ever talked to a young person, they're not huge George W. Bush fans. Nobody really is. Now, in spite of the fact that he protected our country and Jeb Bush is very eager to throw out that talking point, people just don't like Bushes. And in spite of all that, there are 14 qualified, competent candidates. We have a neurosurgeon, we have 2 business people, we have 2 Cubans, and we're going to put in an old white guy, a Bush from Florida, who's pro-Common Core and wants a progressive tax rate. It's just ridiculous. It's almost like the Republicans don't want the White
can
House.
an old white guy from Florida make it?
Right.
Unless he was also from New York.
Now let's look at these absolute chads that he did his show with. I love it. they're all wearing blush, by the way. Yeah, here they are. I love it.
Oh my God. This is so cute. This is so cute.
We have people like the Jim Gilmores and the Lindsey Grahams who they have their respective policies and they have their own strengths and weaknesses, but in reality they're not serious candidates, and I think Scott Walker had the potential to be that serious candidate. I just think he played his cards in the wrong way, and he didn't necessarily use all of his strengths in
the one that was like N-word head.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I remember the ranch, and it was like N-word head.
debates. So if you asked me today who the nominee was going to be tomorrow and you needed a definitive answer, I couldn't necessarily give you one. I think, like you said, Donald Trump, he did what he had to do to get himself into the race by being that bulldog.
Yeah, Rick Perry. Rick Perry was the governor of Texas.
Yeah, I was like, why does Scott Walker's name sound familiar to me? He did something fun.
Insulting people, throwing out those racy comments because that's what was going to get him the publicity. But it's time for him to become a serious candidate if that is truly what he wants to be.
I wonder if these guys are Groiper Nation right now or if they think Nick's a sellout. We haven't heard Homie with the Statue of Liberty goat on his shirt talk yet.
I don't know what that is. That's interesting.
That's a
bunny or a goat Statue of Liberty.
I think it's you know what it is. This is from the Midsommar movie.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
Putting out those policy questions, and he needs to actually answer those questions rather than avoiding them and just going back to what he has done for so long.
I like how political these shirts are. Like we have the We the People hand-drawn Trix Bunny Statue of Liberty goat head, and then we have is that the Washington Redskins or
that's
the Blackhawks?
Chicago Blackhawks.
Okay.
Kind of insulted people.
Because Nick's from Chicago, so this is probably some of his high school classmates.
And, drawing a large crowd with his
Everyone,
insults.
please like the stream.
Right, that's a good
Like the stream as much as you can.
point. Colin, what do you think?
Well, I think that there's a lot of, I guess, just tossed-up element to two candidates in particular. I think Ben Carson...
What kind of desk is that, where there's like a little bridge between them? I've never seen anything like that.
So the kids nowadays in schools have to have these desks. They work as shields from shooters.
Especially in Chicago.
Carson and Rubio are probably the two strong...
All right, we're not going to watch this that much longer.
I do want to hear this kid talk, because he looks like a young child, and I want to hear his cool viewpoints on the world.
Strongest candidate choices I think we're going to see probably coming down to being the...
I kept triggering the Groipers by saying these guys are Nick's buddies. They really didn't like that. But it's like, do they really look that different than the people following him in the video he showed earlier?
I like how Nick put on his damn communion jacket, and these guys rolled in with their jorts.
Yeah.
Big front runners when the primary actually happens. I think Carson appeals to a lot of the more right-leaning conservatives rather than the moderate conservatives, whereas Rubio's the opposite. He's more moderate than the others. As you said, he's not a conservative. And while I disagree with that, I do think that he does fulfill that moderate role that similarly the Democrats...
All right, we're going to get into Nick Fuentes' 23andMe ancestry report in a minute here, but I want to point out something unrelated that is so fucking hilarious, okay? Earlier, I invited Tony from Hack the Movies into our Discord server. And he came in and he saw this message from .executables totally out of context, okay? I'll just show it to you. I want you to tell me what you think .executables is talking about, because it sounds really, when you read it without really thinking about what it might be about, it sounds really fucked up.
Yeah, but I have to bring her and all the bugs inside. I had to cut my male out of there to save the female. Hurt a little because I didn't want to kill it. I'm very famous.
And Tony was like, great first impression.
Nice.
Like, you'd think .executables is like a sick fuck, right? But I think he's talking about his weed plants or something.
Probably.
I think that's what he was talking about. But it sounds really messed up.
Either that or he's talking about the two twins that he bought off Wayfair in a double cabinet for $20,000. Sicko.
I don't... What? Hold on, though. What are you talking about here? Like, are you talking about plants? Because it sounds like you have the corpse of a woman outside in your backyard and you don't want to bring them back in to get all the bugs inside, and there was a male in there. You killed a couple, and you have them rotting in your backyard, is what it sounds like. I just want to say that's what it sounded like. I'm just saying.
I like how he's silent now.
Yeah.
He always wants to talk. Always has got something to say. But now that we're asking about these damn females he's cutting out, males he's cutting out, killing, murder, he will say
With
nothing.
all the bugs?
Yeah,
God.
you say nothing now?
Yeah, he said, Tony said, I am very famous, and I went to his Discord and said, I am not very famous.
Nice.
All right, so let's do...
Oh, wait, .executables in the other...
Yeah, he's in that chat.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been answering, but he said he is a sick fuck.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Nick Fuentes' 23andMe results.
That's tax reform, not to spend too much on that. We've got to get to the stuff we've all been waiting for, which is the percentages, which is the ethnic stuff, my 23andMe. Now, to introduce it a little bit, I took the 23andMe, a very kind donor, a very kind America First donor who's been with us for a long time and has been very gracious and very benevolent with us, and we appreciate him a lot. Don't want to dox him unless, he's out there and, he doesn't want to get fired.
Don't want to dox him unless his name is Robert
Somebody
Johnson
put up the money
and he
for me to
lives
go
in
on
St. Louis,
23andMe.
Missouri.
I said I wasn't going to pay for it because I wasn't, too interested in it, but somebody put up the money, and we did it. People since have told me things about 23andMe, which have made me skeptical about the veracity of the results and a bit regretful about my decision. Maybe we should have done Ancestry.com or something else, because I've learned that 23andMe is run by some...
Oh, what do you want to say? Say
What
it.
are you going to say, Nick?
Run by what? Run by what, Nick?
Susan Wojcicki's sister?
Yeah.
Just say fellow white people who might have a dubious interest, ulterior motive in collecting genetic material. And also they tamper with the results. So that's not great. But we got...
I love how he puts that out there so that he can call bullshit on any of the results he doesn't like, which is, spoiler alert, he totally accepts all the stuff he likes and calls into question anything he doesn't like.
He's just pick and choose like a buffet.
Results. I didn't learn that until recently, regrettably. But we have them. We're going to share them. I'm going to pull them up using some boomer tech. The latest in boomer technology here tonight. And let's pull it up. We got to put in our window capture... Bing, bing, and I got
This is so degenerate.
There it is.
All right, here it is.
We'll just do this for now.
There it
I know
is.
this is not ideal.
It's ideal because you're covered up.
Silver, but I'll drag it down in a sec. And you can see for yourself, we have 79.1% European, 14.8.
Dude,
It's Southern European, Sardinian, Balkan, Italian. So he's an Italian
or Spanish. Iberian is also Spanish or Portuguese.
Yeah, he's 6.6% Iberian, 27.4% Italian.
And then the East Asian and Native American is mostly Native American. He gets to that, and that's like his, Latin American roots.
8% East Asian and Native American. Brutal, I know. 2.3% Middle Eastern and North African. Sub-Saharan African, 1.3%, and 2.6% unassigned. Now, I don't trust it. I don't trust it totally. The numbers I trust is 79% European.
See? This is how the thought process of Nick and all of his followers works. Like, if it confirms my bias, it's right. If it doesn't, if it contradicts my bias, it's wrong.
And probably much more than that. The Sub-Saharan African, I'm a little bit dubious about that, given that they've said that they tamper with the results. But
it's 1.3%. That means maybe 1, 2, 3 of your ancestors were African, black African, going back in the last 1,000 years. That's what that means.
Let's pull this down and do a full investigation here. For the sake of complete transparency. And we have 63.7% Southern European, and you can see we got some nice amounts of Italian, Balkan. The Balkan confuses me. I'm not familiar with any Balkan ancestors that I had. I guess that's in the mix somewhere.
Well, it's only 8.5%, and Europe is a small continent. All of the countries are relatively close together. People have been living there a lot longer than they've been living in the Americas. So there's been people traveling all around it and moving to different places and mixing with one another. Yeah. So that's very common. It's common to have all of this.
It's 8.5%.
And who knows how long your ancestors have been here too. They could have, all this mixing could have happened in the United States, depending on when your ancestors came here.
Iberian, that's the Castizo, probably 6% there. Sardinian, very, very tiny percentage there. And then the broadly Southern European.
Yeah, see, 23andMe in some cases can't even pinpoint. 20% of his Southern European heritage can't even be pinpointed as to where exactly it came from.
The med/WAP genetics going on over there. And that's
his
the majority
wet-ass
of it,
pussy genetics?
63% Southern European. But then we also have, and this is the redeeming factor here for our
Oh, yeah, he's so relieved that none of the Jewish is in there.
Anglo friends. 13.2% Northwestern European, 9.8% British and Irish, and 3.4% broadly Northwestern European.
I'm 20% more European in my ancestry results than Nick Fuentes.
I'm going to send you mine.
Yours is 99.9%,
we can compare me to Nick. I'm sending you the screen grab right now.
Yeah.
So it's in Discord. And mine is vast majority Northern European.
Bow before Billy, Nick Fuentes.
Yes.
Bow before him and his greatness.
Bow before me, for I am the alpha white. This is white. This is whiter than white. 0.1% unassigned, and at one point it was 100% European. I think that they just had 0.1% they weren't sure of. They're like, we got to drop it off a little bit.
I'm going to get mine.
Yeah. This is 60.4% French German. I think it leans heavily into the Germanic, is what they said when I read the haplo.
Yeah, I don't, you know what? On the because I took 2 DNA tests. On the Ancestry one, they don't mix British and Irish, and they don't mix French and German results. They give those to you separately. I get British and Irish, but I don't know, French and German. I guess they do neighbor each other. Let me get my ancestry report really quick here.
And this is 8.4% Scandinavian. 0.1% Finnish, 10.1% broadly Northwestern European. Like my grandfather or my grandmother's parents were both from Denmark, so I figure some of the Germanic probably moved over there throughout the, I don't know, years.
I like how when we get to it, Nick will be like, I'm glad that Jewish isn't there. See, he accepts the result that says he's 0% Jewish, but anything that says he's part African or anything else, all of a sudden that's them tampering with the results. It just shows like how fucking insanely biased he is. I'm doing this so I can grab my own and put it up on the screen here.
It says I'm 2.3% Spanish and Portuguese. I didn't even know that. Last time I checked, it didn't say that.
It does update over time.
I'm just changing all the time, thanks to 23andMe. I'm a Portuguese man of war.
Here's mine. Coptic Egyptian. So I'm 99.6. So I'm 0.3% less European than you.
Sorry, Ben.
But we're both like, Nick Fuentes is like 79%.
We blow Nick Fuentes out of the water. We're the alpha whites. This actually sounds racist.
This is seriously accurate from what I understand of my ancestry through what I was told through my grandparents and what I knew about my great grandparents. The British and Irish, it even says like County Mayo, Ireland. I still have relatives, like extended family in County Mayo, Ireland. So I knew that. I didn't know about the Scottish. I didn't know Glasgow, Scotland. I did not know. I had never heard of that. Eastern European. I had a grandmother that was from Poland. It says 36.8%, but then I'm disqualified because I got that 0.5%.
Sorry, Ben. You know though.
And then I have the Egyptian. I guess Coptic Egyptian was like the Christian Egyptians.
Yeah. I might be more white than you, Ben, but I think it's fair to say your relatives go all the way back to Mayo. Like, that's
Mayo,
pretty
County
white.
Mayo.
That's
County
pretty
Mayo.
white.
That's on the west coast of Ireland.
Your people
County
are from Mayo. That's about as white as it gets.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that there's a city in Washington called Westport, because that's an old city on the west coast of Ireland, Westport. It's in County Mayo.
I mean, it's the name Westport gets its name because it's the
Western
Westport.
Port. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's probably a Westport just about everywhere there's a Western port.
So yeah, that's interesting. So now back to Mudblood Nick's results.
13, and then 2.3% broadly European. Now on the people might have been confused about the East Asian stuff because I'm not Asian. I think it's 13.7% Native American.
You have trace ancestry from Asia because Native Americans originally crossed over from Asia. So while they detect most of your native ancestry is from the Americas, they brought over with them this trace ancestry.
And then there's this residual Southeast and East Asian stuff. I have to imagine that is just like also Native American. You know, if you agree with the hypothesis that Native Americans came from the land bridge.
The hypothesis. I mean, they can literally trace the migration. They can trace the human and animal remains.
From Alaska, of course, and they actually came from Asia because I don't have any Asian ancestors, I don't believe. But there you have it. Then there's the Middle Eastern and the North African. I don't buy that.
I don't buy that, but a few months from now when I'm being interviewed in front of CPAC, I'll tell them I'm 2% black.
Nick, you're Native American, you're black, and you're Arab. North African is normally Arab and not black.
But
so
most of all, Nick, you have a jellyfish spine.
Yeah.
You're a little prick puss coward.
But if Nick had his ethno-state and you had to show your ancestry results to get in, I don't think Nick would get in.
But even JF Garapi was like, I'll let anybody in as long as they're hot.
Maybe that's some Southern Italian.
But Nick doesn't think anyone's hot. He's like, ewy, ewy.
He doesn't want an ethno-state, though, right? Nick doesn't want that.
Oh, yes, he does. Oh, yes, he does. He wants closed borders and majority white population and the ability to, like, decide who lives around you.
Similar to, like,
based on
Israel?
race. I mean, not necessarily.
In there, maybe that's some Moorish blood, or maybe it's them tampering with quote-unquote internet racists by way of the test. But, you know, I think the takeaway is...
It's almost like Nick wouldn't exist if it weren't for diversity in the world.
I think the most important takeaway...
Like, if Nick had his way and the world was the way he wanted it, he would have never been born.
I think the only reason that I am as white as I am is because my family was very beautiful, and they just humped other white people. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I stayed so white. We were poor.
I love how there's like at least one Nick simp in the chat.
The Nick simp.
didn't do that. He didn't say that.
Obviously, my Danish side of the family stayed white because we were Vikings and we pillaged and raped. Like, that's obvious, right? I just don't.
Ashkenazi
You don't think so?
Jewish.
It's
You know,
not
I saw
obvious.
that,
I'm trying to think of my
and
Ohio
I
side. Like, how'd we
breathed a
stay
complete
white?
sigh of relief. I said, you know,
How did I stay white?
there's some
True.
Yoruba in there. There's some Igbo.
I will say, though, because of my like Polish ancestry, I tan very well for a white person. Seriously, Polish people tan really well.
Yeah.
Eastern Europeans, for some reason, they just tan really well.
Maybe there's some Western African. You know, it's not 100% Bavarian phenotype, but hey, at least we know I am a goy. Many people accused me pretty ardently of having Jewish blood, and I took offense to that. More from a religious context, you know.
From a religious context, I took offense to that. Like, what's the difference? What's the difference?
Because I like Jesus Christ, and
he was Jewish.
And I don't want.
I know. I brought that same point up yesterday in this video. It's like I've heard white nationalists and like anti-Semites argue that Jesus wasn't Jewish because he's the first Christian technically, and I'm like, no, the Jewish Torah is like the first half of the Bible. It's like the first part of the Bible.
And Jesus wasn't Christian.
No,
like there was no
Christianity didn't exist. Christianity was created after Jesus died.
Wasn't it like 500 years later?
Well, I mean, let's take the stupid story for what it is at face value. Christianity was created after the events of Jesus' life. It couldn't have existed after Jesus lived and died and rose again. And then when Jesus rose again, he didn't die. He like literally went up into heaven.
He ascended into the clouds.
And the Virgin Mary, I believe, is the only other person in the Bible that did that also.
I want the curse. I don't want the blood of his hands on me. But so there you have it.
But hold on. You would have the blood of Jesus, like, he's like, oh, I don't want the curse, like, because he's saying he blames the Jews for Jesus dying. I mean, Jesus had to die, right? Because that was part of the whole covenant and, like, part of the whole blood sacrifice to forgive the sins of the world, right?
So right here it says the Muratorian canon, which is believed to date to 200 AD, is the earliest compilation of canonical texts resembling the New Testament.
So that's
200 years later.
After 200 years after the birth of Jesus.
And it was not until the 5th century that all the different Christian churches came to a basic agreement on biblical canon.
Yes, yeah, there was a big council where they got together and they were like, hey, what do we believe and what do we agree upon and how are we going to change this? But I'm just saying, let's just humor them and take the story for what it is.
Which is us even talking about Jesus in existence is humoring them.
Jesus was literally referred to as King of the Jews.
King of the
in
Jews!
Goddamn Bible.
Oops.
Yes.
Oops.
Okay, if you see a crucifix above Jesus' head, there's 4 letters, I-N-R-I, and that's Latin. There's no J in the Latin alphabet. It's an I. I stands for Jesus. The N stands for Nazareth. The R stands for Rex, which is another word for king. And I stands for Jews. Jesus of Nazareth, Rex of the Jews. And you'll find this on any Catholic crucifix. It's a little sign they hang over his head to say who he is.
Ooh, I'm Jew kinging.
Ooh, I'm Jew kinging.
Still there. Let me remove this output there so it's not on the screen. Bing, bing, bong. Yep.
So there you have it. Complete transparency. People, and here's the best.
No, it's not transparency because you insinuate the results that you're not favorable to are put there by some kind of dubious means.
I'm totally okay with these ones. That's the best. Like, throw it all out if you want. Nah, this is all crap.
All the non-white ones. I
This is
don't
all
like
crap.
that.
But just literally pick and choosing to validate part and then throw out the rest, that's he's got to be trolling, right? This can't be legit.
If he's trolling, then he's just a troll in real life, right?
Yeah.
Because like if he started out trolling, the troll has become the real person, and whoever he was before is like the fictional character.
I just feel bad for him because he could have been so happy if Catboy would have married him, but I don't think Catboy wanted.
I mean,
to
he
settle
could have
down.
fucking been a happy little neocon like he was in that first thing we just watched, you know?
Me and the boys here and their jorts. I told you guys to wear your communion vests. Why'd you come in with the jorts?
Well, because, Nick, we really don't take this seriously. This is a side room at school that we're filming this for.
I will show you my Ancestry.com results really quick here so you can see how they compare.
Do they line up pretty good?
Pretty good. I mean, they're not exactly the same, but who would expect them to be? You know, it's not a perfect science. You know, there's a lot of guesswork going into it. It has to do with certain genetic traits and certain pieces of DNA that were prevalent in, certain parts of the world during certain times in history. Here's, let me make sure. All right. Here's the Ancestry.com one. So Irish 29%. See, they don't combine British and Irish. So the other test said that I was I had Scottish and Irish ancestry, which are both Celtic. So if you go far back enough, they kind of have the same origin. But yeah, 29% Irish, 27% Eastern European. So that's pretty on par. I would have said I'm 25% because of my one grandmother, but there could have been some out there from my dad's side, or who knows. Scotland 21%, Sweden 14%, Germanic Europe, German, French 2%. I don't think any French was on the other one. And the European Jewish, the Ashkenazi Jewish, shows up on here too.
So when I first got my results back, I had a little bit of Jewish in me, and then it dissipated.
Oh, the boner went away?
Yeah, they took it away. Oh.
See, this one says I'm 0.5 and the other one says I'm 1%. So they're robbing me of 23andMe, robbing me of half of my Jewish heritage.
It ain't right.
I don't like it.
It ain't right.
All right. Let's before we move on, let's read some of the Streamlabs, and then we'll keep the ball rolling here.
Ooh, if you guys want to get some more Streamlabs in, I will read them as they come in right now. That's like if you send $2, $3, $4, $5, I'll read them during this part.
Yeah.
So
Send them in. And if they're
now.
over 20, Stephen Hawking will read it out.
Yeah.
You know, I made the Stephen Hawking joke last night, and the Fuentes simps were like, Stephen Hawking was on Epstein Island. It's like, it's not the real Stephen Hawking, okay? He's dead.
Yeah, we'd have taken money from Epstein too. We don't care.
JF did.
Seth Looks gave us that big love. Jesus says, hey, y'all, first time tipping, been a fan for a while. Billy always makes me laugh, and Ben chooses some great topic to talk about. I really hope y'all do great, and everyone else watching, have a good day. Jesus, that was a very sweet first time, Donald. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Seth Looks said, the only people more happy than Nick that he's 0% Jewish are Jewish people. Like, we don't want him either. Seth Looks give us some more big love. Eduardo Garcia's got the big love twice. Matthew Krekel gave that big love. Mike Phone 123 says, why did you change the name from No BS to Drunken Peasants?
Well, we literally called it No Bullshit, and then we decided after one episode, even back then in 2013, Or was it 20? It was 2014. Even back then in 2014, that YouTube probably wouldn't treat a channel with the word bullshit in the name very well. So we changed it. And then later on, some like neocon or maybe even, I don't even know what he was, but a right-winger ended up choosing the name No Bullshit and used the same like icon with the bull with the like no smoking sign slashed through it.
Boop.
Yeah.
Not Ashley gave us a boop. Thank you, Not Ashley. Coop Carr gave that big love on the choo-choo for the tip train. And we see some new patrons tonight, too. Thank you guys so much. That gets us back to the through and through. We're 60% of the way to our goal. All we need to do is rain money down on us for the rest of the day.
Thank you. Make it rain. Oh, you know what else I did that made them all run away? I was like, if we meet the goal, I'll take my shirt off, Nick Simps.
Hot.
And then we met the goal, and I took my shirt off, and then like they were gone.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I think they passed out at the sight of how sexy I am.
Sticky makes a great point, though. The name No Bullshit wouldn't work with me on the show. Because, sorry, but...
you know what? I don't know if this is a new patron or not. I get alerts when people leave messages on Patreon. You got asked to the prom by someone named Jonathan 32 minutes ago.
Oh, on where? On
Patreon. It was the June private show, the last private show we did. In the comments to it on our Patreon.
Where is prom?
See the comment right there.
I think you're beautiful, Billy. Please go to prom with me. I made you a sign. Where's the sign, Jonathan? Shoot it to me on Twitter. Shoot me the sign on Twitter.
Yeah, guys. By the way, if you are a patron, I see every comment you make. So if you want to, that's the best way to get our attention and make suggestions. And we're actually doing a thing every month. We just did it this last Tuesday where all of our $25 patrons, we get together in a voice call with them and take suggestions on content and all that stuff. So we're making the fans as influential as possible. Was that all the...
Yes.
Okay. Here's... Walmart shoppers sing the national anthem over 4th of July weekend.
The Tarrant County man captured an unusual moment inside a North Texas Walmart.
What appeared to be a spontaneous moment of patriotism.
Is this the feel-good story? I don't even know where this channel is out of. Fox 4, that could be anywhere.
Cody Shraji said...
I'd be standing there going,
As this happened over the weekend, he's not sure who started it, but soon there were dozens of people joining in, singing the national anthem. We spoke to Fox 4's Macy Jenkins about that remarkable thing that happened after he posted the video.
Oh, say, can you buy shit shipped in from other countries? We don't sell anything American, and we sell off all our values.
Yeah, I love the fact that the red MAGA hats were made in China. They're trying to make America great again, and their symbol of that is a red hat made in China.
It was only some of them, Ben.
China!
There was only some of them. The ones Trump wore were made in America, okay?
Oh, yeah?
He got his American blend, okay?
No, I think that was just I think you just saw the tag hanging off of his wig said made in America.
Oof.
Trumpster Bob, I remember being like, hey, is your Make America Great Again hat made in China? He's like, probably.
Probably. So are all these flags. I'm paying top dollar for no American flag.
He recently said we run from him, by the way. I saw like...
Once I ran to you, I ran. Now I run from you.
Limp Biscotti.
Hi, Heather and Steve. Well, he tells me that he posted it to Facebook just so that his friends here in North Texas could see it. And before he knew it, people all over the world had seen it and started sharing it.
Mountain Dew and sugar cookies. God damn it, that's American.
That's the Beatus.
An unexpected moment at the Walmart in Hazlet.
How is this news? Oh, I guess because it's North Texas.
Also because it's Fox.
Captured on Saturday afternoon by Cody Shraji.
I was like, oh my gosh, I have to film this.
He says he was waiting for his wife near the self-checkout.
That guy looks like his name is Shraggy.
He heard this.
Shraggy, Mr. Lova Lova.
This is gross patriotism.
I would just leave. Unless I was in the checkout line trying to buy some stuff, I would just leave. I can't handle it.
It's they don't pay their the majority of their workers are on like government subsidies.
Right.
The stuff they get, they buy in bulk outside of America to undercut American-run stores and put America out of business.
I remember several years ago on DP, we covered a story where Walmart left these bins out for customers to buy merchandise to donate to their employees instead of paying them more.
Yeah.
They wanted their customers to front the bill on that.
Yeah, it was absolutely sick. And if you are a patriot and you shop at Walmart, I can shop at Walmart all I want because I'm not a patriot. I'm just, fuck it. No, but like this is you're betting against America every time you spend here. And they're set up to get their employees on food stamps so their employees can come buy their groceries with the food stamps at their fucking job. It's sick.
It is.
It's sick.
It was chilling. It was bone chilling.
He posted this video on his Facebook page.
Murdered Carrot says America is going to be made in China pretty soon. Do you realize who's buying up all the property in America? Like we kind of already there.
Even in Toledo, they like bought up a whole bunch of stuff. Like there's this area in downtown Toledo called the Docks where all the like nice restaurants are down by the river. A Chinese company owns that shit now.
Right now, everything is set up in America. I just saw a damn article. It was an article and it says you can't afford to own, and that's a good thing. Pay rent is a good thing to pay rent. You don't have to worry. They were telling you all the pluses of not owning your own home. Because it's not possible to own your own home anymore. Because if you do get a little bit of money, you're going to get outbid.
Right.
And they're changing they're giving you like these PACE loans where you can take a loan. It's not a loan from the bank. You're not taking the loan out. The loan goes against your house. You're putting a lien on your house to do upgrades to your house. Private contractors come in, convince you to put a lien on your freaking house. Your property taxes go up. You can't pay your property taxes.
I know, but
your house goes to the bank and they come in and buy it from you out of your hands. People who already own it.
So should we go the route of Japan where foreigners can't own property?
We'll see what happens.
In Japan, as a foreigner, it's even hard to like rent an apartment.
Yeah,
it's like they don't want outsiders like taking up the shit there.
Yeah,
which I do think is xenophobic, and I don't really agree with it. But on the other side, it is a problem. The other extreme.
Friends, and it quickly.
The problem is that the houses are sitting empty. Like we should have like an America First program where Americans can buy their first home like on a really good deal, right? We've had stuff like this historically where the first house you buy, you get a really good deal on the housing, but people are coming in and scooping everything up. It's impossible to buy right now.
I want to show this because this is like whatever. We got everything we can get out of this video. I want to show this. It's a visual map, and it documents the largest employer by state. Do you know what largest employer in Washington State is?
Is it Amazon?
I don't believe it is. No, it's
Boeing. That makes a lot of sense.
So what I've noticed is the largest employer is either Walmart, the largest university in that state, or the largest hospital. Normally, with the exception of Nevada, which is a casino, MGM Grand. But like the University of Michigan is the largest employer in the state of Michigan. Colorado University, University of Wisconsin. But then I had no idea Intel was a big thing in Oregon.
Yeah.
St. Luke's Hospital in Idaho. But Walmart, look at how many states where Walmart is the largest employer in that state.
Fuck.
It's insane. Yeah. And I knew this. I knew so many people that worked at Walmart when I lived in Ohio. It was just... I'm surprised it's not more. I'm surprised it's not New Mexico. I guess the University of New Mexico is a little bit larger.
All these red states are Walmart driven.
Yes.
And they're the ones that say we don't want government in our business. Your highest employer is using the government subsidies to keep you under their boot. To keep you on their minimal payroll, feeding in your food stamps going back into their frickin' coffers. This is sick.
Yeah, I don't mind hospitals and universities being the largest employers.
I do.
You do?
Because the hospitals and universities are built on scams. They're predatory scams.
Hospitals?
The hospitals are 100%. Have you seen what it takes to get the same thing with insurance, without insurance, and how much they will change
yes,
the price
I've seen
of
that.
everything?
I've seen that.
It's a scam. It's all a scam. We're being scammed.
I would say not every aspect of a hospital is a scam. Of
course not.
But the way the system is set up.
Yes. It is
Yes.
there to milk the university, there to milk. These are the people.
There are people at universities that genuinely care about education.
It doesn't matter. Like the university itself, when we try and work as a country to give better access to loans for students to go to college, the colleges just raise the price of everything. It's
true.
a
There
racket scam.
There should be a cap on tuition. Other countries do have that where tuition can't go up anymore. Another thing is like these universities that make a ton of money off their athletes. Those athletes should be getting paid.
They can start taking brand deals now. The athletes can, and you look at the universities. You're told when you're young, you're indoctrinated into thinking that you have to go to college to be successful. And you take out these crazy loans. The game has changed from when your parents went to college. The game has changed from when your parents bought their first house.
You can't get a house now.
It's 100% change, and they're telling you you don't want to own. They're conditioning you to think you don't want to own a home.
Well, back in the day when you graduated from college, you normally took out a loan on a house. Now you're paying off student loans, so you can't get a loan for a house. You got a piece of paper instead of a house to live in.
Yeah, this is...
And hopefully what you got your piece of paper in is actually useful. Like, hopefully you got it in engineering instead of something else that you can't find a job doing. Like creative writing or something like... I'm saying, like, people can make a career doing creative writing, but... There's only so many creative writers that can make a career out of it. Engineers are needed everywhere. Doctors are needed everywhere. Lawyers are needed everywhere. I don't know. Liberal arts. Yeah, what even is liberal arts?
I mean, if you're on your parents' money, it's great. You just go fucking draw, and the parents pay for it.
Yeah.
Liberal arts is a vacation.
University of Ohio is known as not Ohio State, but the University of Ohio in Athens, Ohio, is known as like a big liberal arts college. I can't even Providence. So in Alaska, it's a hospital. I think it's a university in Hawaii.
That's a whole university insignia. I'm pretty sure.
Oh right. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. That Walmart. It has such a hold on so many places.
But look at these places. They're places that don't have a huge scholastic system, right? So there's no competition from the universities. The universities, like you look here in Washington State, the University of Washington bought up the hospitals. It bought up the side colleges. It picks up like outside of the University of Washington itself, and it's not even close because I'm surprised Boeing hires more people than Amazon.
I mean, any university that has a medical school is going to have a hospital as part of it, just because it has to do that to get.
Yeah, but they bought out the other hospitals. University of Washington's bought out like all the hospital I was born in.
University of Michigan has its own hospital too, and Ohio State, the University Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. Yeah, I mean, Ohio, I can only speak for them because I lived there for so long. There's large universities literally all over the entire state. OSU is just the largest.
Yeah.
I think it has the largest student population out of any university in the country. Could be wrong. Let's move on to this one.
Moving
People in New
on.
Jersey are mad about the driver's license.
Have been debt factories disguised in the name of education. Thank God I never went to a university. I didn't care to get good grades in high school because it always had seemed pointless throughout my student career.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a plan and you have to go through a university to get to the end of that plan, you better follow it, right? There's some things you have to go to university to do in this
Like
world.
engineering.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that you don't need to do, and people still go because that's what they're told they have to do, and they just follow into the
Yeah,
debt.
I mean, if you're a good writer, do you need to take creative writing classes for 4 years? I mean, maybe you need to like brush up on your formatting and your grammar and your punctuation and that kind of shit. But that kind of stuff, we have programs that can do that for you.
And maybe you need to go to college to get the writing experience. Maybe you need to go there to get the networking. Like, there's tons of reasons why you would go. But like the idea is that it's something people go to, like the Lemmings. Just go.
They
go
run
over
off the hill?
They run off the hill into college.
So when I was a kid, it was OSU, but now it looks like Texas A&M is number one, and then Central Florida. These are public universities. I think, yeah, and then Ohio State number 3, then FIU, Florida International, then the University of Florida. A lot of them in Florida, Georgia State, Arizona State, South Florida. Almost like 4 or 5 of these are in Florida.
R. Azriel says, my liberal arts degree minor is equal to general studies. So,
I mean, like, there has to be an age that you look older than where they shouldn't have to call
Wait a
you.
minute,
Like,
though. It really depends on your college. At my alma mater, the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences encompassed a lot, even engineering degrees. It really depends. That being said, there are definitely dumpster juice degrees, lol.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like everything has a purpose. The colleges have a purpose, but the majority of people that go to college don't go to college with a purpose. They go to college because they were conditioned to think that's what they have to do to survive in this world, and then they go into debt. And they
spend their entire lives trying to pay it off, and a lot of people don't. But I was saying, like, if someone looks over 35, this guy looks 35 to 40, maybe even older, maybe 45, maybe 35 to 45. The bald head really lends to it too. Anyone can shave their head, of course, but this dude is definitely older than 21. This dude's definitely older than 25. I don't get the like a granny walks in with a cane and she's all wrinkly and you're gonna ID her? No.
Yeah.
No. It's about drinking in America. It's weird because the way we're uptight about it causes a culture of alcoholism that wouldn't exist without it. There's so many European countries and other countries around the world where people can drink, 13, 14, 15 years old, and they don't have this epidemic of alcoholism.
Prohibition was a scam to get the underground liquor market up, right? Wasn't that the plan?
I don't think that was the plan, no.
That's what the TV show Boardwalk Empire said to me.
Okay.
And I believe in the Boardwalk Empire.
There was the temperance movement piggybacked upon the women's suffrage movement. So they kind of worked together. So the women trying to get the vote also supported the no booze thing.
Yeah.
And a bunch of women, there was one that was famous. I can't remember her name. She was known for going into bars with a hammer and smashing all the bottles. And then it was passed. It was a sweep of like legislated morality.
Yeah, and then the mob got rich off of it.
Sure, just like with anything else that's illegal, there's
Was
going to be
it
a black
Taft
market.
that was president, or was it Cleveland at the time?
Let me see who that
can't
was.
remember.
It was the 1920s. It was almost the entire 1920s.
And that was the Roaring 20s, so people were drinking.
I mean, they were drinking just illegally. And then in a lot of towns, like, the cops would turn a blind eye because they like to drink too. You know, you'd be buddies with the cops. Actually, hate to go back to it, but in Toledo, Toledo was a huge bootlegging town because it was halfway between, well, it wasn't halfway, but it was on a train line in between New York and Chicago. And it was near the Canadian border. And there was a gang up in, it was a gang of guys in purple suits called the Purple Gang. And they used to smuggle booze across the Detroit River from Canada. And then they'd bring it down to Toledo, and then they'd distribute it to the larger cities.
Woodrow Wilson
was
the president. I wonder whose pocket he was in. Woodrow.
2 other states have also done that.
I mean, that was the time where if you were a Democrat, you were more conservative than a Republican.
Yeah.
This everywhere else could be a bit more complicated. From Lodi, New Jersey, Dan Bowens, Fox 5 News.
From Lodi, New Jersey?
Yeah, Lodi. That's where the Misfits are from.
Lodi?
The band The Misfits? Yeah, Lodi, New Jersey.
Like you got a load in your eye?
L-O-D-I. That's
L-O-D-I, so like Lodi?
But they pronounce it Lodi.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kitty on the porch and I want to touch it.
We have breaking news to share out of Virginia. A third statue is coming down today in Charlottesville after the city held an emergency meeting today.
So now they're taking down all the Confederate statues, which I'm fine with. They don't need to be displayed on public property. They were literally a rogue government trying to take over the country that exists today and put it in a museum.
But the history of a lot of these statues, they weren't put up, in remembrance at the time. They were put up as a counteract to the civil rights movement. They would put these up around the time that people were trying to get rights. Like, you know what? Instead of giving you rights, we're going to erect a frickin' statue of a time where we told you for your property.
Sure, regardless of why they're there. If you like them, put them in a museum or something. I don't care about that, but they shouldn't be on public property.
They should replace them with like My Little Pony statues. That'd be cute.
Let's go to NBC's Deion J. Hampton, who's joining us from Charlottesville. So, Deion, what's going on? We had 2 down, taken away. What are we hearing about this latest development?
Yeah, so honestly, it's just a second day of surprises.
Where's the tiki torches this time?
Some members.
It's probably because they did it really quick without announcing it ahead of time.
Yesterday, all of a sudden announced that they were going to remove.
That was smart. I think there was like an announcement the one time, like 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whenever it was.
Monuments here in downtown, or I should say in the heart of Charlottesville. But now, breaking news in the last hour or so. All of a sudden, the Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea statue is all of a sudden being removed. Council members met on a Saturday.
Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea?
Sacagawea? Hold on. She was like a Native American that...
Lewis and Clark were...
Sacagawea's on the $1 gold coin.
So they were removing all the statues?
Lewis and Clark were explorers. They were like the first people from the eastern United States to like travel all the way to the
Oregon
west.
Trail?
Yeah.
Do you think that they are taking all the statues down? Like, we'll just take them all down. We can't have ours. Nobody can have
dumb. I mean, if you go to like southeastern Washington, there's a town called Clarkston, and right across the state line in Idaho, there's a town called Lewiston, and they're like sister cities. There's a whole bunch of shit like that. You can't just erase that. That actually is part of American history.
But you can take their statues down. If you're going to lose your Robert E. Lee, we're going to take your Sacagawea with us.
I don't get it.
Emergency meeting, unbeknownst to the media who was already here. Crews are already blocking off streets.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark weren't Confederate soldiers, so I don't understand the significance of taking them
already
down.
getting
No more statues! No more!
Handle
no
on the
more
traffic.
false idols.
And they're right now, or at least in the last 30 minutes, starting to remove that statue, which is the third controversial statue, that's being taken away here. I want to point out one thing, though, that there's a young woman out here, Mrs. Bryant, 5 years ago, she was 16-year-old student in high school, and all of a sudden she had came up with a petition that she wanted these statues removed. And so now today is a continuing trend of some of the things that she started 5 years ago. But I want you all to take a listen to what she said. Take a listen to this.
I like how this guy did not go to broadcasting school.
Yeah, see?
He doesn't give a fuck.
See, I think there might have been someone in his ear talking. It's really hard to talk to a camera while there's another voice that no one else can hear.
But he's like not doing any of the traditional broadcasting like cues that you learn in the broadcasting. And even when he sends out, he's like, and now listen to this. And he's like putting the finger, listen to this. And it's like, this guy's cool. He's too cool for that shit.
Standing in a park.
Damn, girl.
Where this city is still refusing to.
She's already out of breath.
Yeah. She's not out of breath though.
This reminds me of that scene from Half Baked. You ever seen Half Baked?
Yeah.
Where he's like, who is it? It's oh god, I can't remember the guy's name. Right, Harlan Williams.
Yeah.
He's walking back with the munchies to like share with all of his buddies, and he sees a horse. And he's like, "You hungry, girl?" And then a black woman's walking down the street. And she's like, "F you, N-word." Do you remember that scene?
Very vaguely.
Yeah. You hungry, girl?
Address systemic issues. And the work of removing the statue is only the tip of the iceberg. To the young people out there, I hope that this empowers you to speak up on the issues that matter and to take charge in your own cities and communities.
I love how they have like an armed guard next to her.
Yeah.
No platform for white supremacy, no platform for racism, and no platform for hate.
You get it, girl.
And I would like to point out that interview was from this morning, but I recently ran into her a little while ago.
He's not.
I love this whole
he's
video.
Not your average, you know. He is definitely not your average newsman.
I love this whole video. The woman who like petitioned to get the statues taken down, like being out of breath after saying like 2 words.
She had a nice glisten, a sweat glisten. Probably hot as hell down there.
Oh, I thought you were saying something different. I'm like, I'd hate to disagree, but
go and talk to her again, and she said, "Listen, this is just the tip of the iceberg."
Oh, I thought she said she was the tip of the iceberg.
Eventually, what she wants to do is she wants to talk about education here. She mentioned that there's problems here with housing gaps, where the average rent cost is sky high, comparable to New York City. Some apartments cost $1,800. You have a lot of $1,800 a month, and you have a lot.
You're right. He did not go to journalism school.
Not at all.
You can be successful.
A lot of affluent people here, but then you have a lot of minorities who can't pay that type of rent. So as her activism continues, that's kind of where she wants to focus her attention on.
No, she's gonna take over for Sally Struthers on the Save the Children commercials, right?
All we are saying is give peace a chance.
Moving forward, Alex.
Okay, well, she has a tall agenda, and I'm sure she's going to stick with it. Dion, thank you so much.
She has a tall agenda.
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean? You know what? She didn't want to say she has a big agenda.
She doesn't have a wide agenda.
She's got a big honking agenda.
She's got a wide agenda. No, she's got a tall agenda.
It's tall.
I'm tall
She's
as well. Oh, but she probably was going to say she had a wide agenda.
I know, or a big agenda or something.
Saying tall agenda only brings up the fact that you're skirting around the word wide or big. It's so fucked. So fucked. That poor girl, she's working hard. Proud of her. Proud of her. Sweat it out. Breathe. Take all the breath you need. You are a mountain, and I'm proud. You are a rock. You are a mountain. You're precious.
Here's Tucker presses the question of having cameras in the classroom.
Well, we made a pretty obvious suggestion on the show last night. Why don't we have civilian review boards for our schools? It's not like schools aren't important. They're maybe the most important thing we pay for. In a lot of places, they're the main thing we pay for. They're the biggest budget item in most towns, the schools. We're educating our children to become adults and run the country that they're inheriting. So why don't we know what's happening in the classrooms? Why don't we have cameras in every classroom? Again, it's obvious we have cameras.
Because it's not prison, it's a classroom.
Monitoring Congress, city council meetings. Our police officers are required to wear cameras.
Yes.
What's the argument against that? So why shouldn't we have cameras in the classroom? And now more.
Why, you want to watch all the tapes when you're alone at home? Is that what you're saying, Tucker?
Yeah.
Why you want to film kids?
How often do we need to bring up the tapes? Like, I wish we had the tapes for this. Because I'll tell you, with the police wearing cameras, there was a lot of times where we need to bring up the tapes for what they did. Because it's them versus the person they're pulling in. And when the police don't have cameras, they tend to fudge the lines.
It's unnecessary to put cameras in the classroom. Put them
why
on the doors so you can see who leaves and enters the school. That kind of stuff.
Tucker wants cameras in the classroom so we can make sure they're teaching a righteous curriculum.
More than ever. It used to be we just trusted what they were teaching our kids. Now we know a lot of them are demented and they're teaching poison. The biggest teachers union in the country just came out in support of racist struggle session in kindergarten. Meanwhile, the video we do have is not reassuring at all. Over the past year, you've seen all kinds of cell phone footage with teachers saying shocking things, berating vaccinated students, for example, for not wearing their obedience masks. Watch.
I don't care if you're vaccinated, you little dink.
Oh, God.
I don't want to get sick and die.
Okay.
There's other people you can infect just because you're vaccinated. You know what? You're not a special person around here. You should hear about how everybody talks about you. You're a jerk.
I don't care.
Wow.
You're a jerk.
Man, this is a teacher who obviously sucks. She's at her wit's end. She's not handling shit well. This little entitled kid is like, I'm not going to wear a mask.
Right.
She's getting pissed. She's getting pissy. She's just as entitled herself, thinking that her fucking, like, don't drop this. Say, okay, just go sit in the hallway then. You're not in my class anymore. I don't want you. I'm not teaching you. I'm not teaching you.
And teaching teenagers is very different than teaching little kids. They're young adults practically, and it's more difficult. You're dealing with stronger personalities for one thing.
I'm trying to find Tucker's reference to the kindergarten class that the teacher was teaching struggle sessions in. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I can't find anything about it. But let's hear what Tucker has to say about this.
Totally normal. So why don't we know what's going on in classrooms? Well, again, last night we suggested, what's the answer? Why shouldn't we?
And I've had teachers hit me with that stuff all the time, come at me like that, and I deserved it because I was quite a cunt. And I knew it. And I had teachers who brought their husbands in to try and fight me after school.
Well, that's not the right move either.
It's not. But I deserved it. But you know what? That's not the right move. I could see how a teacher's going to be at her wit's end with kids being pricks.
Yeah.
Kids are pricks.
I mean, their job is to
know what
teach,
your
not
kids
to
are learning in
babysit,
school?
but they're expected to
Fucking
do
ask
that.
them. Have a conversation with them.
Exactly. I have a friend. He's a very big MAGA guy, very big conservative, very big religious guy. He talks to his kid, and his kid comes home and says, "Yeah, Dad, the teacher says that she hates me, or that I'm white, so I'm bad." And I don't know how much of that is true, but at least he's having the conversation with his kid and figure out what he's got to tell his kid. If the teacher says that to you, it makes you feel like you're bad for being white. Ask your kids if they feel that way. Talk to them. Be like, look, you don't have to feel bad for being white. The cool thing about being white is that you were born that fucking way and you can't change it. Don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Live your fucking life, Christ. Don't fearmonger people into thinking that everybody's teaching your kids that they're inferior.
And not surprising, a lot of people were very offended by this. You don't have a right to know. Shut up and send your kids. Don't ask questions about what they're learning, about what kind of people they're becoming. Matt Walsh hosts the Matt Walsh.
Tucker needs to get back. He needs to get the shaggy hair again and the bow tie. He was at least eccentric looking. I loved it when he got owned by Jon Stewart on Crossfire. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah.
Joe,
it was great.
He's one of the wise ones. We want to ask his view of this. Matt Walsh, thanks so much for-
I don't give a fuck what this guy says. I just wanted to talk to Tucker.
He's a genius. Matt Walsh is one of the wise ones.
I don't give a fuck.
Ooh,
I need to take a
you're
bathroom
a wise
break.
one.
I will be right back. You guys send your Q&A questions to Billy the Fridge in the fan chat down below. If you're a patron and you're in the Discord, you can do this. So if you're a patron and you're not a member of our Discord, link in the description. Go there.
Eduardo Garcia gives that big love. Jennifer Robbins gave us some love. B-Ball Julian says, I was in a small restaurant in Colorado to visit my family out there, and they carded my 87-year-old grandma, LOL. And Keith James gave that big love as well. Thank you, everybody, for supporting tonight. We are fairly close to the goal. I mean, we're only, a couple of cock shakes away. So start shaking your cocks, guys. Billy, why you help move the dead bodies before Hack the Movies comes over? Thanks. Will you help? Will you help move? No, I won't. That Executables, that's on you. Why does Ben hate America? Ben grew up believing in America. He was a Yankees fan. He was an Ohio-born boy, and America failed him. That's why he hates America. I'm going to go over to the pleb chat really quick. Waymerk's Way says, Billy, favorite Tupac song? Hard to say. Maybe Hit 'Em Up. I really like Hit 'Em Up. Quality diss track from Tupac. There's a lot of good Tupac songs, though. Tupac's one of those guys that I listen to his album on repeat. Gorillaz as well. I listen to the Gorillaz on repeat. But I'm going to say this, guys. The fan chat is not delivering questions right now, so I'm going to go back to the pleb chat. Read your questions for free. Billy, favorite moon of Jupiter? Europa. It's a classic. Favorite polka song? Probably one of Weird Al's polka medleys. Danny Milan says, don't you think that to ID olds is a low-key flirt? I definitely think that when they ID older people, can be a flirt at times. Sometimes they could just be fucking with people. Waymark's Way says, Billy, do you dance well? Not terribly well, but I've gone out dancing. I've gone out dancing. Ooh. Is Ben really jacking off in the bathroom? I mean, that's Ben's truth to tell, right? In my B-boy stance. Ever had a colonoscopy? No, I haven't. It's not saying I wouldn't have one. Billy, any new music written? I've been writing a lot. I've been preparing. I've been thinking about the new album and getting little hooks and stuff. I haven't settled on anything yet, but there's a few pieces in work. I need to figure out how I'm going to fund the album and then promote the album. Because if I'm going to spend thousands of dollars on the album, I want it to be worth it. And otherwise, I'll just spend all my money on magic cards and Husker Do's and Husker Don'ts. Would you jerk off Ben if he asked you to? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Follow up, why does Ben hate the fans? I don't think he hates you guys. You're far too valuable. Yes. Far too valuable. How old were you when you found out you were awesome? I don't know. I think 13. Around 13 years old. I like the first 6-7 years of my life, pretty chill. The next 6-7 years of my life were pretty deep in depression. Then the next 6 to 7 years after that were pretty chill. And the next 6 to 7 years after that were kind of rough. But then the next 6 to 7 years after that were pretty chill. But now I've been in this next 6 to 7 years that have been pretty rough. So I think I'm hitting another stride for a breaking point that'll be pretty chill again. We'll see. We'll see. Danny Milan ate pineapple earlier. You ever eat pineapple and it burns your face? You guys ever had you go to eat pineapple and your face just breaks out burning? I don't know if it's pesticide or if it's the high acidic content of the pineapple. I ate pineapple one day. I used to eat pineapple a lot. One day I ate it and my face just went and it red. It was so bad. It was so bad. I don't know what it did. If you're able to hide for 3 days, you get $1 million. But if someone catches you, they get $1 million. Where do you go? If I tell you, I won't get the 1 million, right? Poop, DJ Fix Soul. Thank you for the poop. Hiding Europa. I think it's the acid, yeah. I don't think it was allergic because I eat pineapple all the time. So there's something. I remember looking it up and it wasn't that irregular because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. But I'll tell you, but then I have to find a new hiding spot. So you're able to hide for 3 days. You get $1 million. But if someone catches you, they get $1 million. Where do you go? I'm going to... For $1 million, I'm probably going to... So if they're a tracker, right, they're going to be able to follow me. So what I'm probably going to do is try and throw them off my trail. I'm going to... my feet take such big imprints. I'm probably going to have to go to like a farm and just sit back with the pigs and pig shit for 3 days. And the pigs will be loud and obnoxious. And I'll just sit in a barn full of pig shit where they can't smell or hear me. And if they come in there, I'll just cover myself in pig shit. And I'll look like a big old pile of pig shit. They'll never find me there, right? Right? Nobody's going to look for me in a pile of pig shit, will they? You guys are nasty. Ben, Scoot, and Joe, marry, fuck, kill. You know I don't play marry, fuck, kill with people that I could marry, fuck, or kill in real life. Would you rather fight 10 duck-sized Joes or 10 Joe-sized ducks? 10 Joe-sized ducks. Ducks don't have the intellect of Joe. That's like, Joe, sure. He's a prime specimen. Tall, sleek. He's as strong as a buck. All right. He's an alpha male if there ever was one. But his brain is the dangerous part. So 10 duck-sized Joes, doesn't matter if I'm superior strength to 10 duck-sized Joes. They have the brain of Joe, and I'm done. But 10 Joe-sized ducks, they got brains of ducks. It'd be easy. I'd eat them afterwards.
Ducks are fucking brutal, though, dude. You'd be getting impaled on spirally penises.
I'd eat them. I'd cook them.
Duck penis. Duck penis. All right, so we're gonna move on to.
They're saying ducks are very rapey. Have you seen Joe?
Good point. Good point. All right, we're gonna go into oddities now.
I do like Gregorian chant, by the way. I really like. Is it Enya?
Enya, that's like Celtic.
Yeah, it's still
pop
chanting,
music.
but it's cute. They do a lot of return to innocence.
That's a different. That's
Shit.
like
yeah, that stuff.
You have an infomercial stuck in your
Exactly,
mind right now.
yeah.
Enya was sail away, sail away, sail away.
Hey.
All right.
I like that shit.
All right, we're going into oddities now because we have a public service announcement. So here comes oddities, everyone. I remember that. I remember that infomercial though.
Clee disappear.
Clee disappear.
Clee disappear. Clee disappear.
I had
Okay, here we go. So a friend of someone who follows me on Twitter, I believe follows Billy on Twitter, is trying to come to our city. And they need your help to get there. And we're going to play this public service announcement so everyone knows about what's going on.
Hello, everybody. This is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. I'll give you a captain's log. Start date 7/8/2021. There you go. Just an old time callback. But anyway, I am recording this today of one particular, very important, insightful interest. Everfree!
Ooh, look at that beautiful Seattle skyline with ponies flying in the sky.
It's beautiful.
Northwest, over in the state of Washington, over in Bellevue. Yes.
You know what? I remember when they were trolling Christine back when she was Christian, and they made them believe that the CEO of Nintendo was inviting them to come to Redmond to get hired. Finally, Christine can go to Redmond.
Redmond.
They called it Redmond back in the day.
Redmond.
Redmond.
I am going to be there. I'm going to be there. And I'm looking forward to meeting you all there. But though I am partially set up, I'm going to need like a few more dollars to make.
A few more dollars? You mean like a few thousand more dollars? Is that a Voltron up there? Up in the upper left? It looks like it's some kind of like mech or Gundam or something.
I feel like there's cars on the knees.
Yeah, there was a car Voltron and a lion Voltron. There were two different kinds of Voltrons.
Sure, I'm still covered for everything else I'm going to need over the lovely weekend. Lovely weekend.
What are you buying, Prossies?
Anyway, so I got a lovely guy who's helping me out. Keep my money organized.
His name's Billy the Fred.
And situated and everything.
Take me out to dinner.
I'm going to take her out to
There'll be a
steakhouse.
GoFundMe by the time this video is uploaded, and you'll be able to donate to that directly. He's managing it, and he's going to do a very good job. I have faith in this guy.
Do you think he's trolling and going to keep the money? Like,
No.
Okay, good.
She loves these brony conventions. No.
No. The guy who's managing.
Oh.
You think the guy who's managing is going to scam?
No, you know what? Over the years, they have become a lot better at knowing who's trolling them and who's like trying to take advantage of them. So I would think this person is probably vetted.
I wouldn't throw a kiwi at him or anything. But anyway, aside from that, I got everything mostly prepared, like I said. So yeah, I got my gator for in case I need to corrupt. But I got the most important ticket. This convention ticket.
Oh no.
So, only if I really need to. And got my lovely gloves. Lovely, lovely, lovely gloves. Keep my fingers free. Touch, 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 touch.
We got to take Christine to El Gaucho. A romantic dinner at El Gaucho.
Yeah, I'm also starting a GoFundMe to go to BronyCon as well.
We should go. We should go.
I need extra expenses though, because I'm gonna have to.
Here it is, right here. See?
Oh, it's my birthday.
Is it? Yours is the 13th. August 13th. Dude, that's so weird. Scott's birthday is, I believe,
the 13th
July
of this
13th.
month.
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah, it's on the weekend of your birthday, right? 13th, 14th, and 15th.
It's at the Hyatt Regency, so I got to get a room at the Hyatt.
Oh, you're gonna try to woo Christine?
Yeah, I got to get a ticket for me. I got to get a ticket for my nephew. My nephew, he's gonna be the cameraman.
At the con, right?
No.
How old is your nephew?
14.
No, Billy, no.
Yeah.
No.
That's on my phone, though, obviously. I mean. Anyway, so, Everfree Northwest. There's going to be a whole bunch of individuals and whatnot, artists and what, and
A whole bunch of individuals and a whole bunch of situations.
everybody, everything, the
My
Brony
part to
community.
help reach the goal.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Cheers.
71%. Is it Alex Leon or Alex Leon?
Alex Leon? I don't know. Alex Leon.
It is in person amongst the very, very first in-person convention since the freaking pandemic.
You know what? Spec is right. it would be exactly 2 years, like to the day when they got, what was it, Magicus went to the BronyCon? I don't remember who went
It was
to the...
Magicus, I thought, and Spec, because Magicus went, but Spec...
I don't think it was Spec.
They collaborated, though,
There was
right?
someone else, too,
Spec didn't
involved.
go, but Spec collaborated with Magicus on it, I thought.
Okay. Wasn't there like Ardrich or someone involved in it too? I don't know.
Somebody did something.
Resonated and started a couple of Novembers ago
Billy.
or so. Anyway.
I'm going to need money to wine and dine Christine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to need money to buy toys and presents to make Christine the happiest little angel. There's going to be a lot going into this, guys.
It's going to be an awesome time. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, seeing the old favorite people that I like, from my
Christine
favorite
Weston Chandler.
Alice and other people I got to know over the past year or two through their videos, binging them and whatnot. Got a few more favorites in mind. And just looking forward to meeting all of you lovely people who are going to be there, my fans and just art appreciators and aficionados and everything.
Don't get kicked out of this one.
I've got a cam girlfriend who's got like the Sonichu medallion and everything.
Oh, yeah?
I might have her roll through and be solid Christine.
Yeah,
Solid Christine.
Solid Christine.
Approachable. Hugs are free. Only making sure you're fully vaccinated, though. So
or liquid Christine.
See, Christine's already setting the stage for her to get kicked out of this BronyCon.
What if Christine gets kicked out before I can seduce her?
Make sure you show the guys at the door your convention ticket. Alright. So aside from that, yeah. I need a few bucks. Like a few extra $1,000 to help me.
Few extra 1,000?
That's all I need.
What are you going to Vegas afterwards?
All
Bet
I
it all on
need.
black?
The weekend. I'm sorry, I literally have an itch.
Someone said that they've raised almost 4 times the original goal. I wonder what the original goal was. Was it like $2,000?
Do we not have a link to it?
I don't know where it is. Someone link me to this.
What's the Everfree or what's the name of the damn?
It's called Everfree Northwest.
On my nose. This is not a body language or anything. I want to emphasize that clearly.
So it came out. God damn! This is on the frickin' Chan.
So Spec was the original $1,000. So she got $4,000 out of this. Like
it's at $3,795 right now.
Christ.
86 people just donated.
I need to step up my e-begging game.
For food, for additional details and transportation.
You're only going to be here for 3 days. You need $4,000 for 3 days?
Hell yeah.
And hotel.
That's great.
Additional details, mind you. And just
you're going to have a
whatever
naughty
else,
pony party at the
whatever
hotel.
else, and
I'm going to that party with my nephew.
yeah, a little bit of swag. I want to be able to share some of this, share a little bit for the arts as well. Okay. I'm an artist, and I appreciate and support all other artists, okay? They're insightful. They're linked to the other dimensions as much as I am, if not on matching levels, because I'm overpowered, obviously. But anyway, so, Everfree Northwest. I'm trying to remember the dates in my noggin right now, but it's the second weekend in August. So, I'm hoping to see y'all there, and I'm looking forward to meeting such lovely new people and seeing lovely old people again. I don't mean older and elderly, though. They need compassion.
Sponsor level is $300.
Hold on, what now?
Sponsor level for Everfree is $300.
Okay.
So I got to get $600. Me and my nephew there. I'm going to look at hotel. Ben, are you getting sponsor level too? Hotel, Ponyville basic room. There's no way I'm doing a basic room. Oh my
Okay,
god.
I don't need to stay at a hotel in a city that I already live in. Okay,
I'm
That
on
is-
site, dude. It's gonna get weird.
I mean, like, I literally live in this city. You technically don't.
I'm blowing
so
up
you could-
BronyCon, dude. So the most expensive room is $200. The
Hyatt Regency?
Cloudsdale Rise High View room.
Isn't the Hyatt Regency? That's where Joey is, right? And,
I
and
think.
13 coins and
I
shit.
think.
Okay.
One king or queen double on a high floor. So I gotta get double for my neff. $200 a night. Oh, frick. Sales are closed, dude. Sales are closed.
What, for tickets to the con?
No, for the tickets I have to get $300 tickets because they
Oh
don't
my
have
God.
the patron level tickets. I'm not gonna go regular level.
I would. I'm not buying $300 tickets to a BronyCon.
I'm gonna see if they have like
Are you gonna clop?
dude, I'm clopping.
You gonna clop?
I'm clopping like there's no stopping. I'm gonna see if I can get Hyatt Regency VIP room.
Oh, there's plenty of hotels around. People are like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go to this because because we're going to it." People are like, "Am I gonna have to go to this now?" Dude. There's all kinds of hotels in downtown Bellevue.
Yeah, but I need to be
meet
on
up at
site.
BronyCon.
I need to be on site because I'm gonna be wrecking BronyCon. It's gonna be BronyCon taunt.
DP meetup at BronyCon.
Bellevue Suites. I need a suite.
Adam is not a brony. Executables.
Yeah. How much is the premier suite?
Dude, you're gonna get the premiere. You're gonna try to romance Christine Chandler.
I'm trying to make the best content ever.
Aside from that, Everfree Northwest, come on down and give me a hand to get there, please. I am heavy at work at this time, so at this time, but at the convention, I'm gonna have a good time and I'm gonna be even more busy.
I got
Having
little
a good
chunk
time.
meat
Having a
in
good
me.
time.
So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all there. I'd like a hand. Thank you very much.
She'd like a handy. Can you facilitate a handy, Billy?
No.
No?
The room you requested is unavailable.
Christine already got that. Christine booked all the good rooms with her $4,000.
I know.
Yeah, you could show up as Betty the Fridge to BronyCon.
Damn it.
Dude, you don't need a hotel in Bellevue.
Oh, I do.
You do not need
I need
a hotel
on
in
site.
Bellevue.
I need on site function to do what I honestly, to be honest, I needed the frickin' suite room because I was gonna invite Christine back to my suite.
I'm a sweet boy. Want to come to my
I
sweet
was gonna
boy
have
suite?
liquid Christine or solid Christine, liquid Christine there, which
Oh,
one's.
dude, that would have been so beautiful.
It was gonna
I mean, we
be-
could just do it here, right?
I need to have it on site because I have to have it within like clopping distance so we can turn it into the premier BronyCon party.
How about I just stream it here? We'll stream it on Pornhub. You can clop with Christine in the studio.
I was just looking at a way to make history is all. I was gonna make history.
It can still happen. You can get an adjacent hotel room. There's a bunch of them down there. There's the W down there. It's like a block away.
I need it to literally be
I see what you're
at
doing
the
here.
con.
I see what
I need it to be at the con so there's minimal distance because I don't want people pussing out. It's I gotta keep the flow of momentum going, and leaving the con. This is the long con, okay? Leaving the con only disrupts.
Oh my god. That's all we have for oddities. I saw that video and I'm like, at first I saw it. I saw the video and it said NW. I'm like, oh, does that mean Northwest? And I look, I'm like, where is this thing at? And it's literally in downtown Bellevue, which isn't that big of a downtown. So like, And I know the exact hotel where this is going to be at.
You know what I'm going to do?
Because I go to restaurants that are like inside of this hotel all the time.
There is a backup. There is a backup plan. I'm going to look and see.
What is it?
If there are any good Airbnbs available.
In downtown Bellevue?
Very close to the site, because I can convince people.
It would have to be an apartment down there.
Yeah, but if like it's a suite apartment, if I can convince people. Let me see. I'm going to go 8. I'm going to go for 8. There's nothing in downtown Bellevue available with 8, so I'm gonna drop the price. I'm gonna drop the filter down.
Why does Stabby McHugs use Engel Montoya's face as their
Inigo
profile?
Montoya?
Yeah,
because we killed their father.
I am not prepared to die.
I am. Okay, 4 people.
And I only have 5 fingers on each hand.
Damn it! There's nothing right in the little spot. 537 a night. Not good enough. It's too far away.
It's not that far. I guarantee you there's hotel rooms like a block away down there.
Well, there's hotel rooms at the Hyatt. They're just not fancy.
Oh my God.
Literally, I need a home base for when the thing closes down that I can go after hours with Christine and get weird.
Dude, you can do this. This is what you're doing. You're pretending like you want to do this and coming up with the like slightest reasons to not do it.
I'm talking inflatable ponies in the room. I'm talking.
This is like all of your grandiose ideas that never
I'm
going
to
to
light it up
fruition.
with rainbows. I'm going to have rainbows.
Okay.
You can't do that in just a regular hotel room. It's going to look like a freaking sex trap. It has to be
Billy
a
the
wonderland.
Long Con.
Thank you, DJ Fixel.
Billy the
you
Long.
know.
He's Long John the Long Con.
Doing the long con here. If you guys want to all come through, just let me know and we'll get a big house together.
We're already like tempting people to come.
Guys
in more
wanna-
ways than one.
You guys want to come stay in the big house? The big house. Let's see if I can get a room with 16 people.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
What's the first rule of acquisition?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Anybody want a peanut?
Stop that rhyming. I mean it. Yeah. Andre the Giant. Anybody want a peanut? I'm keeping an eye on UFC to see if Conor wins. Because then what's Jake Paul going to say if he wins? He's going to be like, "Oh, you were getting your ass kicked and you got lucky." He's going to do some kind of thing.
No, he tells him he wants him to win. He's like, "I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to pay you what I said I'd pay you if you lose, so you better win."
He just wants to bait Conor into fighting him.
He's already baited him. Oh my God. Nothing in downtown Bellevue. There's frickin' is that Auburn?
First rule of acquisition, by the way, is once you have their money, you never give it back. That's the number 1 rule of acquisition.
They're renting out frickin' townhouses in Renton to hold 16 people. That's too far away.
Yeah, Renton is too far away.
I'm just trying to figure out.
Anywhere in Bellevue would be closer.
Yeah, but there's nowhere in Bellevue on Airbnb that will hold 16 people.
There's other websites that are like not a little bit like a little bit more expensive than Airbnb, like that are out there that I've used when I've traveled to other cities. So
yeah, I'll have to figure it out. We'll see, guys. I'm probably not going to do this because just.
I told you.
Just want to find Neverland over here, and it's hard.
I told you.
It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's hard. It's a process.
I'll find Christine. I'll get the Con if you can't get it. If you need all these really specific things so you can back out of it later, that's fine. We'll just let the big boys handle it.
We both know it's not content unless I'm there. We both know that.
Well, you...
Oh God.
All right, we're gonna move on to because that's what we do here. We antagonize.
I bought a unicorn onesie back when I was at my lowest, and it didn't fit. It definitely doesn't fit now.
Oh, it was too small then.
Yeah,
oh, damn.
Put on a little pounds since then, so it's definitely not gonna fit now. But maybe I'll cut it up and make a nice little onesie for a special suit.
Everyone, help us find a place to set up this crap. We'll figure it out.
It's my birthday, guys.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
By the way, the 34th rule of acquisition is war is good for business, and the 35th rule of acquisition is peace is good for business.
Oof. I'm looking at the vendors. The vendor application is already closed. We could have got our nice vendor and
we're vending out our decks.
We could have sold Drunken Ponies merchandise.
Drunken Ponies. We're the Drunken Ponies podcast.
It's kind of like that blonde-haired dude that shows up over at Kermit Friends, and he always has something to
You mean Andy Dick, right?
say, you know.
The blonde-haired guy. You mean the most famous person on Kermit and Friends,
It is
right?
the first time I've seen Drumster Bob avoid talking about dick.
And then he'll totally like contradict himself 1 second to the next.
Because he's high.
And he loves a compliment if you think he's gay because, well, gee, I didn't realize you looked at me as though I were that clean of a individual, you know, like one of them. Because they're astoundingly known for being clean. Like, totally. Well, that's not true. I consider myself one of the cleanest motherfuckers on the planet when it comes to men, gay or straight. And I'm straight.
We've literally seen him trip over his own garbage.
Yeah.
In a drunken stupor.
Right. And those mugshots, you didn't look very clean at all.
Oh, my God.
Guarantee you I'm cleaner than you are. I guarantee you something else. You's a nasty motherfucker.
Unless he means like
Don't talk
sexually
to me
clean, like
you ain't
STD
gay. We know
clean.
you suck dirty fucking dicks for a living.
There he goes.
Oh, wait, you don't make a living doing that, do you? You just do it because you like the taste of shit.
Yeah, a true patriot.
And it don't get no more filthier and dirtier than that. So don't ever tell me you're a fucking straight man again, you fucking queer dick.
Is someone else in this call?
Sucking motherfucker. And when
You
a
got
queer
a
sticks
clean butthole.
The butthole
Coop
challenge.
Car, cheers.
Thank you, Coop Car. We're now at 81%, guys. If you want to throw in a couple bucks here and there, our associate producer, Coop Car, has helped out a lot tonight. A bunch of you helped us out a lot tonight. And for those of you who have not been read yet, at the end of this segment, your stuff will get read off.
I'm going to go wash my shitty dick off in a Twink's mouth.
I'm gonna wait till you get back to listen to the rest of this because this is great. In the meantime, I'll take a look at the fan chat and we'll talk about this. I've never wanted to go to a BronyCon before this one, but I legitimately would go to this one. I would literally go to this one just to stand in the presence of Christine Weston Chandler. That would be entertaining as fuck. Hi, Billy. I will go and film it. I'll go and film it. Fuck. You know, I went to I've only been to one furry convention. I went with Adam from Your Movie Sucks. Been a while listening to you guys live. Goal guy. Thank you, Elegas. Yeah, 82%. Yeah, I went to one furry convention with Adam from Your Movie Sucks and Jeff Holiday. And I wish I would have filmed while I was there, but I was too busy drinking and hanging out, so I didn't film any of it. Plus, it's like, when I hang out with other content creators, I don't want to be turning our entire time hanging out together into content. That makes me feel weird. So I try to avoid that. And sometimes I'll like get everyone's permission. We'll film something. But not always. They talking about DP at BronyCon and you're okay with that. Yes, I am. I'll go to BronyCon, whatever. I'll go to BronyCon. I'll go to BronyCon. I can't believe brony shit still exists. Does that show even exist anymore? I can't believe it existed in the first place, but I didn't know it had this longevity. Because furries, that shit is not based around a single fandom. You know, it's not like one TV show that has to continue for it to survive. You know, the brony shit, I don't really get it. But I'll go. I'll go to anything, really. I'll go to America First Con. Why not? That'll be fun. Will there be an Android pony? I don't know. Oh, like My Little Pony TNG? Yeah. I went to the huge Star Trek convention in Las Vegas in 2015 and saw pretty much every big Star Trek actor that was still alive at the time. And they were all just kind of like walking through the hallway of this casino, mingling with each other. How was that?
Felt good.
All right, here's Bob.
Dick up your ass, pulls it out, slaps you on your butt cheeks with it. I don't think that's too clean. Matter of fact, I don't think it's considered clean if a man puts a dick in another man's ass. That would be the filthiest, nastiest you could fucking get. Yeah, do your fingernails like a female instead of like a normal male. It doesn't make you any more clean.
Male.
It just means you're putting on fucking fingernail polish, which actually dirties up your fucking fingernails. You stupid fuck.
What is he like? What is this? Is he talking to someone? I don't hear anyone else. I don't see a chat going by.
Well, there's definitely nothing on Discord, or else the microphone would be connected. It's muted, and it's not even connected to a call.
So what is this?
Don't get it how fags are supposed to be cleaner than straight people when they're actually committing the most filthiest act on the planet. That is the #1 cause for spreading disease on the freaking planet.
That's not true. There's way more heterosexuals than gays. So just by numbers alone, there's way more heterosexuals spreading STDs.
Way more.
Yeah.
But to be fair, those gay diseases,
they're the same diseases heteros get.
Shit.
Whoa!
Shit.
Here's some more Bob. He's talking about us in this one.
Fuck, I didn't realize I was friendly with Billy the Fridge. He never answered me on Discord.
Billy
Mainly because I was challenging him and his butt buddy over there to Trumpster by Butthole. Actually, they challenged me also, and then they chickened out.
That's not what happened.
Hold on. Is it because I'm not responding
Did
to
he
Bob?
send you a friend request or something?
I don't know if he was sending me invites into like a server or something.
Yeah, I think I ignored that too.
But I was like busy and I didn't go in. I'm gonna see if I can find T-Bob here on my list.
Yeah, he's got like a green
T-Bob
icon or whatever.
He kept sending me he said, come join my live stream, fool. Let's set a date and time for the butthole challenge. That was March 17th.
He wants to set a date to look at our buttholes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, hey, let's continue watching this. I'm gonna type something out to him.
I like it how he got stuck in like our porn channel on the server. He's like, you just like chicks with dicks.
The Drunken Peasants? Yeah, they just like Corey. They challenge me and then they run and hide.
Okay, that's all.
Watching a video right now where you said we ran and hid from you. I cannot type right now.
You're just running.
Hey, Bob, watching a video right now where you said we ran and hid from you. I did not mean to leave you hanging.
It's hard to hang when it's so shriveled up.
Want to compare buttholes?
Sweetie.
Want to compare buttholes now? All right, there we go. There we go. Hey, Bob, watching a video right now where you said we ran and hid from you. I did not mean to leave you hanging. Want to compare buttholes now? I think that's sweet. Sweet. Sweet boy.
What else do we have here? What is this?
And honestly, maybe this is a bad take. Maybe a lot of people disagree with me for saying this.
All of your takes, bad.
How can you blame black people for taking the opportunity to do this stuff when they are incentivized to do it by virtually every facet of power and influence?
Why is there jizz on your steering wheel, like dried up cum? Why?
When the media and politicians are justifying your actions and saying this is a form of restitution and people are fed up with the systematic racism and police brutality, that doesn't exist, of course. But when the institutions of power are saying these things, and then you're seeing these people say this, and you're a black person, let's say you're in like a lower class neighborhood or something, and you don't have a steady flow of income, you really have nothing to lose. And now you see like, oh wait, I can go and just like totally destroy a city and rob a bunch of sneakers and other stuff that I...
Okay. Which city was destroyed? Which city was destroyed? And it's... I want to believe he's not serious either, but I know he is.
I can hit a lick and...
We can literally show you videos of police brutality.
I can hit a lick. I can hit a lick.
For it because my actions are being justified by everyone. How would they not take that opportunity? Until we have institutional power and until the government and the state works for our benefit and we're able to impose our will through force, this stuff is going to keep escalating and keep happening because the powers that be want it to, because it benefits the powers that be.
It's hard to even like... How does it benefits the powers that be? To
It benefits
cities destroyed and sneakers stolen. How does
Dude,
that help them?
The Hyatt Regency has no available rates. So mad. So mad right now. I was about to go to BronyCon.
You can still go?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, what Spexo's saying. So cute.
How about that beard?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Well,
this is Megan Rapinoe.
Why
Now,
would they
you
follow
might be
your
familiar
way?
with her images all over social media.
It's the counterculture ma'am.
She is one of the most anti-American people that we have to be praying for. And it really bothers me because so many vets have served our country and many people have died for the freedoms that we hold dear. If you don't like America, just get out of America. That's my take on...
I hate that take because in order for that to happen, another country would have to agree to take you. You can't just leave and be like, I'm an American, I'm now moving here. It's not that easy. It's not that easy unless you want to like sneak in. Canada doesn't want Americans moving there.
Megan. Now, the problem I have with her is she is Subway's new poster girl. It's all over social media in the last week or two. I have a really big problem with this. I used to like Subway and go there, but I honestly can tell you guys, I won't
When they had that nice Jared guy, and then they got rid of him. They got rid of that super sweet guy, Jared.
when they got rid of that Jared guy and stopped putting out kids' meals for some reason.
eating at Subway any longer. And I want to take it one step
Can
further.
you believe somebody who chose to stop eating at Subway because of political reasons and not because Subway is complete trash?
I didn't know that it surpassed McDonald's. Like, there's more Subway locations worldwide than McDonald's.
Yeah, because they're easier to franchise.
Yeah, and the food is shit tier quality. It's so bad. And they're so easy to franchise that Subway's biggest competition is other Subways.
Yeah, McDonald's has like these franchising rights for properties that are like harder to get a McDonald's built somewhere. Subway's just like, hey, you got $15,000? Come on in.
Oh, Mr. McGee. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I like that. I like that.
Somebody sold you a frozen meatball sub? That's horrid.
Major issue with this because a lot of people that own businesses today that have a anti-American
And
stance.
by the way, this woman is a well-known Olympic soccer player. She actually played for the women's Seattle Sounders team at one point too.
And are geared towards communism, which you'll learn more in a minute here with the guests that we have on the show lined up for you today. They are totally trying to push an agenda that's anti-America because they want to kill the very fabric and moral foundations of our society as we know it. And so what I really want you guys to do is take it one step further. Call Subway at 1-800-888-4848 and let them know that you do not want to support Subway any longer because they picked Megan as the poster child here for their company.
Way better than Jared.
What's the number? 1-800-888.
You can only go up after having Jared as your spokesperson for like over a decade.
888-4848.
It was like a decade and a half.
Yeah.
Like this is a step up no matter what.
Calling Subway World Headquarters. Please note that calls may be monitored.
Is this coming through okay?
Kind of.
Insurance purposes.
This kind of shit usually doesn't.
Know your party's extension number. You may dial it now.
I don't know the extension.
Service, press 1. For the technology support center, press 2.
Why are you calling these good people wasting their time?
Because Counterculture Mom told me to.
Well, why would you listen to something she told you to do?
We have moved to an entirely digital customer support experience.
I hate you, Subway. You can't even do one thing right, Subway.
Any longer because they picked
Quiznos for life.
Megan as the post.
What?
I would eat at Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's is good too.
Times. Yeah, the
Quiznos.
politically,
I like Quiznos too.
Politically, Jimmy John's kind of another boy.
Have you ever heard of? I think it's like HG Grinders. You ever heard of that place
No.
before? Oh my god,
That sounds like a little jerk shack.
Or is it? Hold on, Grinders. Grinders.
There was a restaurant called Grinders in Shoreline, Washington that I've gone to a couple times. I don't think it's a chain though, but it's closed permanently due to COVID.
Poster child here for their company. She hates America, kneels at sporting events, does not honor the flag. She doesn't even sing the national anthem. And I have a big problem with that. It really
Why?
bothers me.
Why?
Look at all the people who've died in the past for the
How about you do something amazing, okay, Counterculture Mom?
Like play in
And
the
have-
Olympics and win the gold medal?
And then have your shitty opinions. Now be like, oh, it's too bad she's got these shitty opinions, but she's a gold medalist, so
and World Cup champion too. Like she played on the women's World Cup team that won the World Cup last 4 years ago or
freedoms
whatever.
that we have. And a lot of people.
Schlotsky's, yes, that's a good one too. Oh, Blimpie. You ever had Blimpie?
I think I had Blimpies a long time ago.
People today.
There's a Port of Subs. They used to be a thing. Here in Seattle, there's like 2 locations for a place called Tub Subs. Those are great. Quality. There's something called the Firecracker. It's like a sandwich with like buffalo
Crackers
chicken.
like to eat it?
Yeah, and it's buffalo chicken, and instead of au jus, they give you like this fire sauce that you dip your sandwich in.
Those freedoms for granted because they don't understand what our freedoms are for the 4th of July. There's a lot of things going on with pop culture, our education system, but
I've never
the
had
next
a
3 people
Mike's
on our show
Deluxe from
today will
Magical
help
Sandwich
blast.
Was that Jersey Mike's? Is that what that is?
No, Magical Sandwich Makers. It says Mike's Deluxe.
The
I don't even
lies
know what that is.
All right.
out there so they can be exposed so we know how to raise our kids to honor America, honor God first and foremost, America, our country,
Honor
be
God.
proud to be an American and everything else. So please call Subway, speak up, check the show notes out surrounding this.
This is America. So if you
Seth Looks came in Patreon for a year. Para un yarro at the $15 level, I believe that is. Thank you, Seth Looks.
Thank you
For the big pledge.
You're wonderful.
Yeah, Magical Sandwich Makers is in Tacoma.
Tacoma.
Maybe I'll have to go to Tacoma one
show so you can actually click on and email Subway or call them. All that information is in the show notes. Now, Subway was founded by Fred DeLuca in 1965 and has around 45,000 stores located in more than 100 countries. You guys, we have to speak up, not just not support by not eating there, because if we ate there, the money that we're giving for the food is going to support their agenda, which right now is giving to an icon that Hollywood and our media
Hollywood, she's an athlete. It's not Hollywood.
Hollywood
is promoting and putting on a pedestal to basically tell kids don't honor America. We are literally in
No, this is America. You don't like America. This is the way America is now. You want it to be the way it was when you were a kid, like what, 1960s? Whatever. I don't know how old you are, but no. You are anti-American. This is what America is now.
Yeah.
Sorry. You are the one.
investing in.
It is you who are the idiot.
And the demise of our country when we eat there. And that's how we have to look at it. For clothing companies, for places that we go out to eat, for shoe companies, for perfume, we have to really watch where we spend our cash. And if they're anti-American, I would say in the 4th of July.
I love how it's like, well, if I don't like something, it's anti-American.
I mean, and this
weird straw man.
This is a perfectly good thing to do. Like, boycott things with your money. But you don't. Like, you pay into all types of stuff that's anti-American. You've bought the story that you're fitting into a capitalist society and you're a big patriot because you buy your bullshit. You're selling out America with your money all the fucking time. Who cares about a goddamn Subway? Don't go to Subway because Subway's garbage.
And Subway is not going to go out of business because your audience, however many people it is, even if your audience was like 200,000 people, Subway's not going to hurt if none of them eat there ever again.
Like, guys, even though Subway supports this person, if you think they're a cool person or not, I don't care. Don't go to Subway. Go somewhere local. Go buy a sandwich from a local shop. Yep. Support a local sandwich shop. There's probably great sandwich shops in your area that could use that little boost. Do that.
Here, we need to ditch the anti-American.
Yeah, like where I grew up, you got subs from the local pizza shops. Like the pizza shops made a bunch of different subs.
Yeah. McLemon Soul just dropped Red Rock subs. That's in Everett. They're pretty good. There's a lot of good sandwich places in the area. A lot of local places you can go get sandwiches.
American companies.
If Subway had a spokesperson who was a podiatrist for 20 years and it didn't take it down, this dumb bitch ain't gonna do shit.
A Play-Doh enthusiast.
Shit limit says this bitch looks like a foot. Well,
yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Oh man. I really, people send me videos sometimes where like people fuck with animals and I don't ever use them because that's like one thing that really makes me mad. But we'll give this one a shot. It says racist Karen lures unleashed dog onto highway traffic using anti-Asian hate.
What?
Louder. Y'all got a leash yet? Have you never heard of a leash in the city? Really?
I want to punch her already.
Really? Okay, we'll wait for the police to clear it up.
Yeah, go call them. Karen, please, Karen, call them. Karen, get your phone now and call the police.
I'm just waiting for him to come by.
Every time this happens and they call the Karen a Karen, you can see in their face if they know what that means, that they're like, oh shit, I am being a Karen.
Which country should I go back to, Karen? Huh? Say it. Now you cat got your tongue?
Can I get my tongue?
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Edit it out. Go ahead, edit.
Edit what out?
Come on, puppy!
What about no?
This is so fucked. The dog doesn't have a leash.
She tries to
so
lure
she's
the
trying
dog
to lure
into
the
the
dog
street.
out into traffic.
What a bitch. I would punch her ass. I would literally punch the fuck out of her. I would be in jail if she was trying to do this to my dog.
What kind of problem do you have, lady? Like, seriously, put it out there. Put it out there that you can walk around without your dog on a leash. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm the leash police.
You're going to walk around without your dog on a leash, so I'm going to coerce your dog into oncoming traffic. I think it's more against the law to run around in the middle of the road than to have a dog without a leash.
Right.
On a leash into sense, and then also dog to go in the middle of the street because you're on principle for whatever reason. Why don't you go back where you came from? You know? Who are you? Leave these people alone. They don't want to go down and find the police at the station. It's right there. You're wasting tax dollars and police time. I mean, they don't put a leash in your country?
Oh, yeah? Which country is that?
In your country.
Come on.
Oh.
Come here.
Great. You're lovely. Come on, puppy. Come.
Wouldn't it be nice if she got...
What happened? Karen, what happened, Karen?
If she got karma checked instead of the
Karen,
dog, that would have been nice.
Over here. We're over here. Over here, Karen. Yeah. Over here. You just did. Have them come over. Have them come over here. Have them come over here, Karen. I'm right here. Have them come over here. Have them come over here.
She should get arrested for like wasting the police's time.
You're gonna make this police officer get out of their car. You pulled them over, right?
Web, baby. Put it all over the web. Such wonderful people.
Karen, white entitlement was 2020.
Wonderful
all right.
Yep.
White entitlement was 2020? Okay. Do you think that you stopped white entitlement? Is that what you're saying? Like, if it could be stopped that easily, then it would never existed. That was a stupid statement.
Oh my God! There's another video of this same bitch too.
she's a real go-getter.
Hold on.
Why do I need to talk to them? Tell them, ask us to talk to them. Ask them to talk to us.
Too afraid to go
ask them to talk to us.
Why
do we need to? You have the issue, not us. File a complaint. Let's go.
Okay, so I guess that's where it ends. Let's see what this one's all about here. I want to know what's up with this.
Don't yell at me.
I will yell at you.
Keep walking.
Are you crazy? There's no dog on the grass.
Oh my gosh.
Keep filming. We can be here all day.
You're overreacting.
She got spat on multiple times.
And you can't read English apparently. Let's go read.
Why? Because I'm Asian. Are you racist? Are you racist? Are you fucking racist?
Oh, apparently you don't have to do anything that Americans have to do. Okay, so you can't read.
Why don't you go yell at other people that have dogs on the grass?
I can't understand a word you say. Not speaking English? Because apparently you don't know that you have to have a leash on your dog.
She wearing the same pants but different top, right? Those pants get a lot of work.
God, what a bitch. Lure her into traffic, please.
That would have been ultimate karma. 00606 says whoever started the blurry panel needs a serious beating. The blurry side panels fill up the viewing point.
It would just be black bars.
Yeah, would you
instead.
rather have black bars? I think the blurry panels are fine. Why do you not want blurry panels?
You must have blurry panels.
Blurry panels are fine.
Let's see what this shit is. This guy goes to a gym and he's a total dick. Let's check this out.
Is it Steven Crowder?
Hey, excuse me. Yo. Hey, you got a nice body. You want to get a massage after this?
Sure. You want to get a massage? You got a nice body. You want to get a massage after this?
She's like, fuck
no.
Come on, man. Fucking bullshit.
Fucking bullshit.
Fuck do we have here, huh? What are you trying to talk to me for?
I'm asking you to leave right now.
Nah, fuck you for what, dude?
Is this Piss Jericho?
For fucking what, huh?
I'm asking you to leave.
You can kiss my ass, bitch. What'd I do? I am working out silently. Asshole. Go fuck off. You see me working out, bitch? What am I doing wrong? Huh? Answer, dude. I'm gonna work out right now. What are you harassing me for?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You just told me to leave. I'm
tasers.
mid-workout. Disrespect.
You're going over to another machine.
What the fuck are you talking about? Leave. 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 Leave.
That guy's way too calm to like for this guy to take.
Hey, bitch! Hey, why you asking me to leave on mid-workout, buddy? The fuck is wrong with you?
I already would have had the cops on the way.
Fuck did I do, bro? You can't even tell me.
I don't know what he's allowed to do as security, but I would definitely escort him off in the way that I'm allowed to by corporate.
Yeah.
You're no longer here.
For what?
You're gone.
What did I do, huh? Tell me. All you fuckers. The fuck? You cannot work out in this bit. Look at you, look at me
He has
funny.
to have a gym membership, right?
In most gyms, yeah.
Yeah, I would record all this. I would have his membership.
I mean, he may have just walked in, honestly.
Yeah.
You just asked me to leave for what, buddy? Fuck. Look at this guy, too. He's all fucking mad, I bet. You're on this side, huh? Don't record me. There's cameras above you, dumb fuck. You're being recorded right now.
Your membership's canceled.
I don't give a shit. I didn't do shit wrong. If I was a female, you wouldn't treat me like this. If I was a hot bitch, you wouldn't treat me like this, huh? You ain't like hot whores, huh? You fucking perv. Yeah, I know who you are. You're the guy who goes around touching children and grabbing girls' titties. Fuck you. Look at you.
I wanted someone to knock his ass out.
I like at
really
the end
bad.
how he really called that guy out for being a pervert, as if this video didn't start with him going up to a girl and offering her massage because she had a nice body.
Right. That's how it started. That's probably why he got kicked out. Oh, shit. We didn't mean to start that.
We didn't
yet.
meet the goal. Sorry, guys. Have a good night.
No. Let me see here. I gotta grab something.
Why doesn't anyone punch these assholes out? Because it's not worth going to jail for.
Right, because even though he's being an asshole, they don't have the right to punch him.
Like, people do punch these guys out, but it's very few and far between.
And sometimes they get in trouble for
Sometimes they get in trouble. Sometimes nobody cares, but it takes a whole lot of assurance to punch somebody out. And yeah, if that guy would have knocked this guy out, he would have been on camera. He would have lost his job, probably gone to jail. This is the America we live in, though. It's very litigious.
Let's see what this is.
Girlfriend?
Same guy.
Look at how hot the girl is. Hey, you be my girlfriend, though? All right, you want have my slap?
She's gonna regret saying that.
Hey, this girl said she's gonna yell at me. Do it.
Is he in Vegas?
Yeah, it looks like Vegas, right?
Yell.
Yeah, this is the
yell at
strip.
me. Yell.
That's the D. Fremont Street.
This girl says she just want to be my girlfriend. Excuse me, I think you're hot.
See, like, this is the sort of place he could get his ass beat and people would get away with it.
What's the this guy's name? Do we know?
Jay Rockefeller. I believe.
Next,
that's the
Baked
name of the
Alaska.
channel anyway. Let me see. I'll check it out.
Little baby baked Alaska.
I'm so confused. Since you don't have a boyfriend, can I just be your boyfriend then? So, like, do you think I'm hot? You don't think I'm sexy?
Yes, she's a boyfriend.
She has a boyfriend? Yeah. Yeah.
He's like flirting with underage girls right there. I mean,
You're my girlfriend.
I thought we were posing for a photo. I'm being accosted? What?
Accosted shop. Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit. All right, let's read some of those Streamlabs. And guys, help us get to our goal. We're at 83% of the way there.
Bass Player 13 says, could you play the cringe rap I posted in the Discord?
I'll take a look at it.
Chet Lemon said this bitch looked like a foot. We called that one as we saw it. Seth again with the big pledge. Thank you. Mr. McGee became a member for 32 months in a row.
Thank you. Thank you.
Snake Flingers said, will Trumpster Bob be at the BronyCon meetup?
Yes.
Oh my God. Trumpster Bob, Christine Chandler, and a butthole challenge. Allagas, it's been a while. Really rarely get to listen live. Goal, guys. Goal. Thank you, Allagas. Coop Carr with the big love. He got a clean butthole. Ew. True. DJ Fix Soul, big love. A Bebe Cheese is going to throw DP a few extra dollars, but it's not a couple thousand like what Christine wanted.
Oh, no.
Alex Leon gave that big love. DJ Fix Soul with a 666 poo poo. And we're going to see give that big love, and that ties us back up. Everybody, rock your body.
I'm going to go into Cringe App and see what's up here. I think this is it. Are you talking about where did they post it?
I don't know.
Is it in Cringe Raps?
I do not know. They didn't say.
Okay, well, I see one that was posted today at 5 p.m. Who was it that said they posted it?
Bass Player 13.
Oh, I don't see it in the Cringe Rap section, so I don't know where it is.
Well. So I posted it in the Discord.
Okay, the Discord has multiple channels.
Wow.
So which channel? In general?
Scroll up, says Bass Player 13.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, which one is it? Like, is it under Bass? Okay, there it is. All right.
Well.
There we go.
In a row, Brian D. Boyd, 37.
In a row?
37.
Yep. We got the reference. I'm really excited. The Seattle Kraken hockey team are going to play some pre-season games.
Oh, yeah?
To like warm up. But the Climate Pledge Arena won't be ready until the actual season begins. So they're playing them like around the area, and they're doing one in Everett, which is pretty cool. At the, what is it, Angel of the Winds?
Poop. Thank you, fat old guy. I wandered into a Magic the Gathering card tournament last night, and the first guy I played was wearing a Kraken shirt.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a team that doesn't exist and didn't exist until recently, who we don't even know who the players are yet, has so much merch that people wear.
It's good merch, good design.
Yeah. I like people were talking shit about it, but I thought it was at least original. I think people were mad that they didn't use Seahawks colors like every other team from Seattle. But the thing is that Vancouver already uses Seahawks colors. So
it's close enough to Mariners colors, not that far off.
New Mariners colors are more like Seahawks colors, but like classic Mariner colors were like blue and yellow.
That was the classic. I don't know. I don't follow this shit.
Yeah, let me play the intro. Everyone, 10% left of our goal, less than $100. In honor of Cringe Rap, please help us meet this goal. And I am about to play. We have not done Cringe Rap in quite a long time, right?
I don't believe so.
Are you ready for it, Billy? I mean, it's been a little while.
I'm not ready. It looks like Addison Rae wasn't actually fired. She was trolling.
We forgot to even get into that.
Well, we just got into it.
Oh, you know what?
I think she's still on.
Let's do the Cringe Rap and then we can get into
Jared
that.
Leto showed up and is dressed like, I don't know.
At the UFC fight?
Yeah, Jared Leto went up. He's dressed kind of like Mr. Roper from Three's Company.
And Onision's there dressed up like the Joker. Here we go.
Yo,
safely! Let's go find this hater and put a bullet in his fucking head.
How you like me now?
I'm the only critter with the good kind of fairy drama. That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Yo guys, what's up? Most of y'all probably recognize me from my dad's cooking show, but lately I've been writing music because that's what I'm really passionate about.
Yo, what's up?
The song I wrote for y'all today is just something that I want y'all to listen to, whether it's a rainy day, whether you feel like just the world's crashing around you, it doesn't matter. This song is perfect for any occasion. So I hope y'all enjoy it. I want you to like and subscribe and share with all your friends and help them out on their rainy days. Love you guys.
Tell the devil not today. From God Driven Records. Yo, I told the not today, Satan. I told the devil not today.
We get sap on the
I feel him coming. I see him running. He think he's on. Boy, you ain't up. Get up on my face. I'm protected on the
Did we watch this before?
I think I've seen this guy before, but I don't know if this was the same song.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll check it out here.
Throw your shade, feeling strong, I bet you fade. You don't know the price he paid, it's his life to get a day. Tell the devil not today, tell the devil go away. Tell him he ain't got no chance, cause my Lord God says. Tell him that he better run, cause the Father and the Son got me set on fire, got me hotter than the sun. I'ma do it all for fun, I ain't finished till it's done. If it ain't good for God, then it ain't good enough. For him that I'm living, it is done. I'm forgiven, catch me here.
All right.
So he went run, done, son, gone, and then enough. He was going Dr. Seuss with the one syllable, done, one, run, son, and son. The most Dr. Seuss basic rhyme, and then couldn't even end it. He ended it with enough.
I'll be giving devil L's like a villain. Not today, not today, nah, not today, not today, nah, not today, not tomorrow, not ever again. No, not today, not today.
This is only like...
Oh my God, this guy's from Cleveland, isn't he?
This is only slightly better than the, like, technically, it's only slightly better than the all juggalos are bitches guy.
You're all bitches.
You're all bitches.
This guy's probably from Cleveland because he's wearing Cleveland Cavs shit.
Nah, not today, not tomorrow, not ever again. No, I never understand. Why don't you get it? I know that you feel it. Invincible, I skill it. Not today like
you should open for this guy.
Hear me. Let me say
I should open up.
Everything's back open, so now you can get a show again.
You'll see you have no power. Boy, you were weak. You think that you loud, but I do not hear repeat. So you got words, but talking is so cheap. And I only feel my God, so comedy is free. You don't understand. I'm safe in his hands. He's got me some plans, so quit saying you demands. Cause you 6 feet underground. I don't hear a sound. God's got you on your leash like you straight up from the pound. Have a take this L. Have a stay in hill. Cause every time you come up, you always gonna fail. I'm with God, that's a win. Gave me power over sin. Now your boy going in. That's the end. Hall of Fame. Not today, not today, nah. Not today, not today, nah. Not today, not tomorrow. Not ever again. No, not today, not today. Nah.
God, this sucks. I could write a way better hook than this.
Not today, not today. Nah, not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever again.
God-driven records. Jack Cali Scalfani.
Yeah, turds in a punch bowl. Hate it. Awful. Worst day of my life.
So this isn't really cringe. It's not too bad.
This is weird. Why is this a thing?
Someone please give us a like to offset the Nick Simps that downvoted this. You know it's them. Get us 200 likes if you could. All right. We got about $75 left in the goal. Just like 7 of you donate like $12 or whatever. I'm bad at math, but that'll get us somewhere near there, right?
God.
That would get us over it, but you know,
yeah.
Just use my bad
people
math.
did $10.47.
$10.47. God, it's like 5 minutes long.
I'm
Shawty wanna fuck. Shawty likes it rough and she's got a big oily butt. A big round wet McMuffin. Shawty's got
$2.
And a big round oily butt.
That's getting us that much closer.
The big round oily butt. There's so many weirdo pervs that love oily butts.
Big round oily butt.
It's so funny. Like, that's like a thing in porn where the girls get their butts oiled up.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
These little, like, for reals, though. These little weirdos. He's like, this kid's a little weird. He's got crazy eye, weirdo pervert with a bowl cut and a big old oily butt. It's strange.
Looking good, she's got a lot of class. Big hoop earrings and that big round ass. I crack a stupid joke, but it still makes her giggle. I'm one step closer to seeing that booty jiggle. Seeing that booty bounce up and down and around. Vigorously shaking and making that clapping sound. She's shaking that booty and dripping with sweat. Coconut booty oil makes her big butt wet.
My guy here
makes her big butt.
My
wet.
guy here is so happy to be an incel because he can just watch Bang Bros.
It makes her big butt wet.
He never needs to have sex because he can just watch Bang Bros and have big old oily wet butts.
Her big round oily butt.
She got an oily butt because she doesn't wipe well.
She's super bad, so I'm looking for some trouble. Booty looking like a big round wet bubble.
I saw that coming. The bubble and
Baby
trouble
got
thing.
back. Baby got a big round, but I wanna smack. Baby got oil dripping down her booty crack.
The little fucking weird perv. I'm a fan. Coop car.
For reals, though.
Ladies and
With
gentlemen,
the things.
we're at 7.08% of the way to our goal.
It's 776. If it was 1,776, it'd be 1776.
Damn. Yeah, somebody just throw us $1,000 real quick.
Yeah, that'll meet the goal, right?
Snack. I pour a cold glass of water on her big round butt. I makes her get the goosebumps, so I can bust a nut. Shawty wanna fuck.
I'm not even mad at this song. It's creepy. It like speaks to the type of person that loves Bang Bros, ass parade, onion booty porn, the oily butt, Miami butt oil porn.
Oh, your big loud butt.
It's just so funny. It's just the lyrics are not great, but they're butt lyrics. It's funny. I give this kid a pass, and I hope that he buries his face in a gigantic, massive Puerto Rican freak booty. Get it.
Shawty likes it rough and she's got a big oily butt. A big round wet McMuffin. Shawty's
A big round red McMuffin.
McMuffin.
Oh my God.
sexual techniques and a big round oily butt. Goosebumps on her booty cheeks. I wanna bust a nut.
I wanna
Bust a nut. So bad. I love it. Sexual techniques.
I wanna bust a nut.
What if this kid is just like taxing the big old massive butt parade, oily butt booties down in Miami, the Miami base booties? What if he is going hard in them all the time and just busting fat nuts in these butts?
I mean, why not take a trip to Brazil? You know? Go for the gold.
Spend my bar mitzvah money on prostitutes in Brazil. All their butts are fake. All their butts are fake, but they're covered in oil. Big old oily butts. Big old oily butts. Wanna fuck. She's the type of... Wait.
What is this?
Your order number is 22. We'll call you when it's ready.
Booty so thick it makes me want to marry girl.
Alleyways of my
Oh, dude.
So close. Imagine if he moved.
Excuse me. I'd like to speak to the manager. The manager's manager. The manager's manager's manager. Get it. I ordered stevia, not Splenda, and my triple venti soy no foam latte with caramel drizzle. And this coffee is too hot. But yeah, I ordered it hot, but people like a hot coffee when it's a little cold. Duh.
Relax and chill is how we maintain. Our band doesn't have a manager to complain. The regional
He's playing broom guitar.
director doesn't exist. Go ahead and shame us on YouTube.
I guess it's broom bass.
We'll get more hits. We ain't trying to offend. We just trying to
go.
Hey, baby, the fridge, yeah, oh yeah. I'm not mad at this guy's rap. I think
I don't like the little skit, but the rap is okay so far, I guess.
I mean, I think his vocal inflection's a little weird. But I'm not mad at what he's doing. I'm not mad at the skit either. He got dressed up in a big fat titty and booty outfit to play this woman. He's living his life.
to exist. And where I grew up is why I talk like this. But seriously,
Okay,
though, that's a
he
dope
answered why he
minivan
talks
with
like
kids'
this.
food in the seats.
It's where he grew up.
All right, that's redeemable.
Yeah.
I like your hair too, I really think it's fly. You might be divorced, but I think you still a 5 with those big ass titties and a fat ass thighs. Why don't you back it up, girl, and give this band a try? They call it
son got this very offensive toy in his JoJo mule? I find this to be...
Okay, the hook is horrible.
It's poopy, but he's doing well. He's doing well with what he's got here. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. This is a perfect meme song. You've done well.
Yeah, we'll watch a little bit more, then we'll kind of chill for a couple minutes, and we'll wrap it up.
I am offended. I'm very offended. Let me tell you something, okay? Well, I'm not personally offended, but I'm offended on their behalf. They should be offended.
It's an exaggeration, but it's so fucking true. It's sad.
Even if you sue, you won't get cash. I got my money hidden in Bitcoin and Dash. She's a part-time nurse, but she swears she a doctor. She's wearing a mask when she's shopping at Marshalls. She's anti-vax. She thinks
The homie that came in to play the triangle.
Yeah, I love that. And he's just kind of like, he's expressionless.
And bitching when we playing our track. Live, laugh, love, bumper sticker on a van. She left a 1-star Google review of this band. Get off the damn phone when you're standing in line. I know you didn't tip nothing when you ordered that wine, but you still hot, girl, and the fans getting loud. Get your butt on the stage and shake your ass for the crowd. They call her Karen, Karen.
I will have you know, I spent hundreds of dollars in here.
She's Karen, Karen.
I have a master's degree from Stanford in underwater basket weaving.
All right. Okay. Yeah. The hook ruins it for me. The verse is good.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's
Karen, Karen.
I like it.
All right, so we're going to chill for a couple minutes, and then we're going to end this. But you guys were great. You helped us meet our goal. We had to run a little longer than normal, but it still works. It still happens. The streak continues. You guys are the greatest. And we got some new patrons, which is amazing. Wonderful. It's all just wonderful. You guys, if you're on the fence about Patreon, you should sign up, because we've got a lot of new stuff that we're working on that we're going to bring to the table. I mean, just the reviews, the classic DP episode reviews, that's going to be a big thing. Billy is going to review classic DP episodes, and we're going to let you guys vote eventually after he gets through a few of them. Yeah. Exciting. That's starting next month. We got Actual Mania, I believe, 22 happening, and DP Idol. So since I have you guys now, I do want to remind you, we're doing our Patreon talent show, I guess you could call it, right? It's
DP Idol.
DP Idol. It's singing based, but not everyone who does well is a good singer. They make a creative, cool video, like music video. Some of them are funny. Some of them are legitimately good songs and good singing. Join our Discord. Record yourself. You don't have to show your face. You can do you could wear a mask. You could do like an animated figure or whatever.
Connor lost. Is that true?
And I'm not surprised. And record yourself performing 3 songs. We need 3 songs just in case you make it to the finals. So save your best for last, but, you know, DP Idol. And drop your suggestions in the Actual Mania channel on our Discord. We need to get at least 8 contestants to make this happen. So I'm hoping at least a few of you hearing this right now will do it. It doesn't have to be the whole song. It could be just like the verse and the chorus and then like the ending. Whatever. He broke his ankle.
Oh,
Conor
God.
McGregor broke his ankle. He might have thrown a kick and broke his ankle or got kicked in the ankle.
Oh, no.
Dude, I don't remember who it was, but there was a UFC recently where this guy leg kicked another guy and broke his own leg kicking this other guy's leg.
Oh, I remember that. Ugh. Hated that.
Like, his leg just turned to rubber as if his tibia and fibula were no longer there. Those are the bones I broke, too.
Yeah,
when I got ran over by a car.
What's the tibula? Is that the inner or
the tibia is the bigger outside one, and the fibula is the little skinny one.
All right, I think I cracked my fibula and shattered my ankle. Womp 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 womp.
Yeah, the tibia is the big thick one, and the fibula is the little skinny one behind it.
Ow. Tap or snap, bro.
No, I'm not talking about Anderson Silva. This was just like a few months ago. I think it was a white guy. It wasn't Anderson Silva. And he kicked another guy in the leg, trying to just do a normal leg kick like UFC fighters do, and broke his leg. It just turned all weird and floppy, like his bones disappeared. It was awful.
I'm going to turn all weird and floppy after tonight's episode, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
All floppy tonight.
All weird and floppy, if you know what I mean.
Karen. All right. This was a good show. You know, sometimes it just flows with just me in the fridge.
Sometimes it's all you need.
That's all you need is BENPAI in the fridge. That's all you need sometimes. We'll be back on Tuesday, and on Tuesday we have Hellbent joining us.
T-Bob responded, yes, waiting on you guys to show up.
He's got a stream ready to compare buttholes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And coming up later next week, I'm getting an endoscopy, which I'm not excited about at all.
God.
Yeah.
I just said we'll talk soon, Bobby.
Love you, Bobby. And we love the rest of you. You guys are great. We will see you on Tuesday. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.